नमस्कार. Shall we start now?
Yes, you can begin. It's already time.
Good morning, dignitaries, participants, research scholars. Today's resource person, Professor Vishala Patnam, madam. It's the day 10th June 2021, second day of our FDP. Before starting our formal program, I just want to give few instructions to the participants. As it is, keep yourself mute, your audio and video. Whenever you have to ask any doubt or any questions, simply you just type your questions on the chat box. As it is, fill your feedback forms and come attendance in the given stipulated time. One more reminder I want to just make here. We have already said you a question of Professor David Carson 2 days back. We have received few of the responses from the participants. We need few more. We want a few more because he is very curious to interact with you along with the thoughts in your mind. So again, we'll share the link in the WhatsApp group. So those who have not given their responses, kindly give it. Today there is a small surprise for all of you. In between the two sessions, you can know it. So I will not disclose it now. So you have to wait for 1 hour and 15 minutes. After the first session of Vishala madam is over, we'll tell about that. Now, I would like to request Ajanta Naik madam.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, to coordinate today's session.
Good morning, everyone. Yet another morning, another session, and another powerful speaker. There will be some amazing learnings today. After a fabulous start on day 1, we are all set to take off for the day 2. Now with our esteemed speaker, Professor Vishala Patnam, madam, who is known for her academic and research excellence all over India. What a pleasure to have you, ma'am, with us today. So to introduce our esteemed speaker, I would like to request now our coordinator IDP and Director CDC, Professor Chandi Charan Ratha. And this session will be coordinated by Dr. Navneet Kaur from the Department of Life Science. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good morning and namaskar to all. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Aparajita Chaudhary, Chairperson PG Council, Professor Sasmita Mahanti, eminent speakers, conveners, Dr. Devawala Swami and Dr. Ajanta Naik, fellow participants and colleagues. I am privileged to introduce the eminent speaker of the session, Professor Vishala Patnam, a teacher of par excellence, researcher of eminence, able administrator, social worker, and nature lover. Professor Patnam is native of Andhra Pradesh, got anchored to Maharastra. She completed her higher education from Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh. A brilliant student, received several merit certificates during her graduation and post-graduation studies. A tall order researcher, pursued a longitudinal research of 13 years for PhD. Professor Vishala Patnam started her career in 1981 as assistant professor and served later as associate professor and served as head of the department for a long period of 37 years. She worked as the associate dean and principal College of Community Science and College of Food Technology, Basantarao Naik, Maharastra Krishi Vidyapith, Parbani, Maharashtra. She was also warden and chief warden of UG and PG hostels of the university, and due to sincere and continuous effort, these hostels were converted to substitute homes for the students. She worked with utmost sincerity for nearly 38 years and contributed significantly in raising the quality of higher education, child education, and also in the domain of research and community education. She established herself as an expert ambassador in the field of child development or human development at national and international levels. Being trained under FAO UNDP at Michigan State University, USA in 1989, She established child, teens, and family counseling centers in 1991, from where thousands of families and children of subnormal, normal, and above normal were benefited. From these, we can say at one point of time, she was involved in administration, teaching, research, community education, and counseling. Professor Patnam is the recipient of Best Professor and Best Researcher Award from ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research in 2013. She has hundreds of research and technical publications to her credit of national and international repute. To her research acumen, in a nutshell, I can say she acted as principal investigator of 11 funded projects, guided 35 MSc students and several PhD scholars. Due to her academic endeavors, she has visited countries like US, Canada, UK, Germany, Belgium, Switzerland, France, etc. Due to excellent academic and administrative achievements, she was elected as a member of ICAR peer review NAC committee and members of several committees at national level too, such as national level expert in ICAR BSMA, academic staff selection committee, board of examiner of MSc and PhD in several universities in the country. Friends, she is the recipient of 41 awards at regional, state, and national level. This is not an end. Rather, I can say it's a beginning to a new era. In the post-retirement era, she has started Child Adult Development, CAD, consulting under Udyam, Government of India, to reach out the unreached families and children. She also runs a children's welfare club. Most importantly, she has launched a YouTube channel, namely Professor Vishala Patnam, on the request of parents, farmers, and teachers, shows her enthusiasm to serve the society and nation at this point of time. I am confident the session by Professor Patnam will be definitely a interesting, enthusiastic, and informative one. With these words, I once again welcome Vishala Patnam, the eminent speaker of the day. At the same time, I apologize to Professor Patnam if at all I have pronounced her name wrongly during the course of introduction. And I request Dr. Navneet Kaur will act as the moderator for the session. Thank you, madam. Thank you, one and all. Over to you, Dr. Naik.
Thank you, sir. Madam?
Yeah.
Yes, now you can start.
Very good morning to everyone. I am honored for this opportunity. At the outset, I would like to pay my warm tribute to the hero of Odisha state, Ma Dr. Rama Devi ji, and also thank the organizers of FDP of Dr. Rama Devi Women's University for this golden opportunity. I have today two sessions. The first session will cover up the development and management of especially self to cope up with the stress and on self-esteem and communication skills. Yesterday's two speakers did wonders, and those two lectures also will be very supportive for my today's lecture. I want everyone's focus on this. Especially, all of us have to evaluate ourselves in these 8 components. If we have a good balance of these 8 components of wholesome development, we can face any kind of challenges, not only the stress, not only the professional challenges at home front, family front also we can face any kind of challenges very easily. Out of these 8 components, let me talk for adults. When it talks, if you see the base, it starts, first one is a physical development. In the physical development, our physical fitness. Yesterday also the speakers focused
I
on.
Madam,
excuse me, I think your
sorry to
screen
interrupt.
is blank.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
sorry,
The
sorry.
screen is not visible. If you can, Vishala can just, the screen is blank. Nothing is visible.
Sorry, I'll go back.
Okay.
I should have checked it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, it's fine.
Sorry, I had to go back then.
Okay. Okay. No issue.
Yeah. I'm extremely sorry. I should have checked it out. I thought it is visible.
And then now it is visible. Now this is the first slide. This is visible.
Very good morning to everyone. I thank the all organizers. At the outset, I would like to pay my sincere warm tributes to the hero of Odisha state, Ma Dr. Rama Devi ji, and also thank the organizers of the FDP of Dr. Rama Devi Women's University, Bhubaneswar, for this golden opportunity. I was just Googling up why this madam's name is given to that university. I realized that she was the one who started Teachers Training Institution at Ramachandrapur, Aura, and also a Balwadi, West Bengal. So today I feel we are so blessed. Her soul may be here because this is a teachers in service teachers training. My session will be, today I have 2 sessions. First one deals with development and management of self to cope up with the stress and self-esteem and communication skills. This picture I want to draw, the human development people might be familiar, but other discipline students, doctorate students, I want your attention more. There are 8 components. All of us, it is not only for a child, for everyone. Every day we have to check whether we have balance in these 8 components. Physical includes here physical fitness, energy levels. Mainly, we take the measurements of height, weight, and head circumference in this. So the physical is the healthy mind lives in healthy body. Healthy body, when we don't have physical development properly, naturally it affects our mental and physical health. Second one is motor development. Here, the hand skills, especially all this advanced technology. Like when I was learning computers, I took nearly 30 minutes to understand the operation of mouse 10 years back. Which one to click and what happens. Okay, so the hand skills are important in the motor development, our body language. We should be confident. We should not be shy. And our expressions as a teachers also should be very effective. Intellectual development here, I focus more on common sense. Our intelligence depends on the sensory inputs. We have 5 senses. These senses give input to the brain. Our brain is like a CPU. So there should be proper integration. If there is no integration, what we see, what we hear, what we do, like when I was a child, I used to remember our teachers used to shout at the slow learners, you lack common sense. That time I never realized. But when I became a postgraduate, why madam was always in South India, they talk about when our students make mistake, use common sense. You lack common sense. Lacking common sense is using these 5 senses in an integrated way. That is very, very important. Otherwise, we cannot perform effectively. Next is speech and language skills. Speech is here as a teacher's the loudness. I'm a student counselor also in many schools in Parbhani, but always the students complain is the voice of the teacher does not reach the last student in the class. Even in some of the colleges, whenever I went at the university level also, complaint of the students is always the teacher's voice is not audible. But if the teachers have low voice or feeble voice, they can buy like recently I bought for my YouTube, it is only 800 rupees. A microphone they can buy, the speaker. It is self-operative, it works on AC. You need not even spend money on cells. Speech development is very, very important. Language skills. I'll be talking later also. Language is very important for students as well as teachers. If we are good at speech and language skills, I feel 50% of our work is done. Any kind, whether at home or in the office or in the college, in the research, if when we have speech and language, because these both are very important to store our thoughts. See, whatever the input comes, we save that thought in the language form only. Nobody understands that, but like just imagine what I'm speaking to you. If I say that, to think of that also, you require a language, what Vishala ma'am is talking to us. Okay, the language is so important. Emotions here, all of us must understand our emotions and others' emotions. Many times, many conflicts, when I was HOD, when I was a principal also, problem was with the other person, not with me. But they misunderstand my instructions because they were not understanding their emotions. They come with a negative emotion, then they don't understand what an authority is talking to them. Similarly, in the classroom also, students also first must understand their emotions. What are their emotions? They have to monitor because our emotions keep changing. Like I saw Dr. Rama Devi's picture, I became very emotional, but I was looking very neutral to you. How many sacrifices these great personalities have done? But what is our duty as a teachers? We are paid well, but we had to perform our duty. They have not taken the salaries, but still they were so committed for the national development, state development, women's, tribal people's development, Dr. Rama Devi. So here, that is the emotions. We have to understand our emotions. We must learn how to express our emotions, manage our emotions. Management. Yesterday, the speaker spoke about management of our emotions. Emotional management only leads to emotional. Somebody is speaking. Can I request the person to switch off his? Okay, next is the social development, getting along with people, because without people, without the support of people, without the cooperation people, without the cooperation of the students, we cannot do anything in college system. Same way in the family also. So social domain includes how we have to get along with people. In getting along with people, I don't see that one we have to give up our good values if we have the discipline, everything, but we have to understand how to manage people. This also was enough emphasized yesterday as a social investment. We have to invest in making good friend circle, especially core group is important. How many friends, like Facebook, thousands we have, even the WhatsApp group, we have after 60s Andhra group, all the friends. But I see their behavior is so weird many times. You need not have so many people, but at least one or two people who really understand you, guide you properly. That is very important. So this core group is very important. I was so fortunate. In the micro system, I had very good 2-3 friends. I have 5 elder sisters. I was very close to 2 elder sisters. My mother-in-law was very good asset to me. My sister-in-law was very good asset to me. At macro, vice chancellors, directors of various university. So these are all very, very important. So social system, we have to expand, not just partying. Only partying, many times I see, for joy we get together, but for a good cause we don't get together. So here, the social domain is getting together, networking with people for good cause. In that good cause, it should be both win-win. You also should develop, you also should make others develop. Next one is moral development. See, when I drew this picture, physical and moral have come under the base. Actually, in the computer designing it came, but today I say that one, even though accidentally it is done, for human development, both are very, very important. Physical fitness and morality. Morality is that anywhere, even you also get hurt because of others' immoral values. People, when we say morality, basically we talk about their character and their ethical values and moral values. We are lacking. Slowly it is going down. We are lowering that what is right and what is wrong. I'll just give an example. I joined this university in 1981, Feb on 18th. Those days, the university used to start at 8 o'clock. Sharp by 8 o'clock, 8 minutes, 1 minute also, if a person comes late, they used to bend their head in shame. Nobody used to talk. That coming late, that type of high values. Now, if I see the present younger generation, they come late. The competition is, if you come late 15 minutes, other person comes 20 minutes and they feel very proud. I always feel that one, how this value system has toppled down. The one who is shameless, the one who is indisciplined feels so proud. So here we have to somewhere check. Similarly for the students. Students come late. When I ask them, I got up late, Vishala ma'am, to my class. Very rarely they come late, but when they come, when I ask, they say that. But they don't feel ashamed getting up at 9 o'clock and coming running to the class, 9 o'clock class, 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. But same Vishala ma'am taught at 8 o'clock. 100% attendance used to be there. So here in the values, it is not good and bad. Even the time, valuing time, your time and others' time is so important today. When we value time, when we value work, we have very good moral development. So I always feel my lecture anywhere, nowadays I say that one, first let us focus on our wholesome development. If we have good balance in this, then only we can progress and we can help others. Because if I have water in my water bottle, I can pour to a person who comes to me with thirsty. If my developmental is not proper, if I'm not doing my duty well, how can I guide others? Okay, let us understand what is worry. Basic terms, because yesterday also they spoke about stress management. Again, this is like a revision. Let us revise that when we say I am worried, what is happening? I'm thinking of the same point or same issue repeatedly. That is a circular way of thinking. So what I have to do, I have to break it. If I stop worrying, what I have to do is, first I have to switch off my mind from that issue to another one. For example, if I'm worried about my students' progress, then immediately if I'm worried and they have not come to the class, just instead of worrying that, I can get into the administrative work, I can get into the research, or I can get into the making PowerPoint or something. So we have to learn to break it and switch over to another useful and constructive activity, not sitting and fretting and fuming. That is, I had to stop it. Same way, anxiety. That worry also, even though as a dean, when I was there, some of the teachers used to go late for various reasons. The students also get worried. I always used to tell them, instead of waiting for a teacher, why don't you refresh your notes? Why don't you see what she has taught and just
asking the paper.
asking the students to conduct a quiz till the teacher comes. Anxiety. What is anxiety? Is uncomfortable feeling of fear and threat. So we had to feel comfortable. Whatever is, I'll just give an example. Before, when I didn't know how to make PowerPoint presentations, I used to depend on my RAs. That was little anxiety issue. Slowly, then they used to tell, teach me means they used to tell, ma'am, you do so much work, let us do it, let us help us. They used to come home and they used to help. But later I told them that when I'll be feeling comfortable when I learn it. When I learned within a day, I became more expert than them. So when we have anxiety, we have to feel comfortable, not just running away from that task, learning those skills. That makes us feel comfortable. Don't run away. Like yesterday they said, in the stress management, either you fight out with the stress or flight. Flight means running away. Running away will never help. It will ruin the person and ruin their family and ultimately the institution where they work. What is a stress? Stress is a form of pressure on mind that affects one's way of living, responding, and functioning. When we are under stress, even the small thing, if our child asks you, Mama, what are you doing? We get annoyed and we answer. Same way to a colleague, same way to the student. So we had to monitor our behavior. Then we understand, am I under stress? whether it is a positive stress or a negative stress, both are, we have to analyze and we have to find out the reasons, what is the cause, than using defense mechanism and blaming the others, colleagues or the boss or sometimes the family. Don't become make others to become the scapegoat. Social support network is so important. Already I spoke that micro, at least have 2-3 people whom you trust. That is very, very important. Nowadays, people, they look very trustworthy. Afterwards, they are the people who ditch you. So this is integrity has become so bad. Like after retirement, when I go through my life from 1981, later after my retirement, I heard about few people who used to show that one, they're so good, but they were the actual troublemakers in the faculty, in the university, not exactly directly to me for the faculty, for the university. But I used to wonder how they can be happy. But you wonder now they are landing up with severe health problems. Here I request people that if you don't have integrity, you land up with severe health problems. Health is wealth. You enjoy the healthy day, then you understand how pathetic to lead unhealthy life. So here, even the paid helpers, I was so blessed. In my life, I had 3 paid helpers. They worked with me for a longer time, but they were the very good assets to me because paid help at home, because as women, we had to depend on for cooking, cleaning, other things, sometimes to take care of the kids. There, if there we get the reliable people. So I request the young generation to choose the workers and you have to groom them up. Like all my workers, I used to take teenage girls from the slum area, I used to groom them. Today, they have gone to other countries and earn more than 20,000 per month, the servant. So here it is, we had not just telling that one, my kamali ko nahi aata. Instead of that, we had to groom them up so that we get the benefit first. From my case studies, I took out the list. Generally, what are the major causes for the stress? Anybody. So if you check it very critically, for our causes also, I don't think so anybody will go beyond this. Basically, heredity. Heredity basically depends on, because the family environment, the way the mental makeup of our parents, we imbibe certain habits, certain values of our family. So heredity is directly, even though it is not genes, but the social environment, cultural environment, and prenatal history has a big influence. So during pregnancy, we have to advocate this young stuff to be positive, to be responsible. It is not positive means becoming irresponsible and saying, no, I want to be happy because I'm pregnant. So getting involved in constructive, good things that makes them happy. Happiness is not sitting alone and having tea and chit-chatting in office hours. That I never say happiness. The true happiness comes when you contribute, when you do something for the welfare of the students, for the welfare of your departments, for the welfare of your universities. Socialization practices, our own habits, in our own habits, especially thinking habits. There are some individuals, you tell them lovingly, you tell them with a force, but they are always negative thinkers. So their thinking habit also matters. So it is not only we have to focus on our hygienic habits, health habits, even the thinking habits are very, very important. Our attitudes and assessment of our own capacities and situation. Many of the suicides, many of the frustrations, many of the severe emotional problems are where a person lacks assessing their own capacities or capacities of the other person. That other person also is very important. To get the work done, you have expectation of the work if that person does not come to that level because of the incapacities of that person. So we have to understand where we have to give the help, what type of work can be given, and situation analysis also is very important. Like, whenever we go to the vice chancellor, I always used to call up the P and I used to tell whether sir is in good mood, whether if any major issues are there, I never used to go. Situation analysis is very important because as a dean, you have only 2 issues. Either you have to go for the payments, electricity bills, finance, or certain issues of students. These are severe cases. If he is already upset, we cannot have a dialogue with them. So situation, even at home also, you have to see the person's, whether the situation is proper to put up that issue. Don't go anytime, knock the door of authority, knock the door of the teachers or even your parents. Whenever you have to put up, you have to see that whether the situation is compatible for the issue what we are going to put up. Abilities, capacities, skills, managerial skills are very important. Like when they posted my lecture today on Thursday, suddenly in Parbani in our colony, 100% power cut was there last week. Today, luckily, it is still there. It may go after 1 hour, but immediately I charged everything. I kept my cell phone, everything for alternative arrangement. I just cannot say that one in my colony there is no electricity, so I'll discontinue my speech. Expectations and realities here, as a counselor, I find somehow the parents are the main causative factor here. Even though the child is normal, when the child says, I want to become an IAS officer, high school child, without assessing the abilities, parents say, yes, better. And they send them for, after they grow big, their college education, they send them to Bombay, Delhi, Pune. They don't even know, how to read and write, but they want to go, they spend a lot of money. Sometimes even lakhs. When they come back, the parents beat them up. There are some suicides because of this. So the expectations, be realistic about our own students, about our own children, and expect from them realistically so that stress for the parents, teachers, for the community also will be less, even for the children and the students. Next is self-esteem. I'll be talking quickly later. Financial and economic issues. Of course, people say money is not important, but money is important for the basic things. We need not have lots of money, but enough amount of money is required. So postgraduate students, UG students, if they don't have the capacity to make money for their own living, they get frustrated. So then they adapt for other things, bad things, how to misuse the computers, technology, and make money. So here the ethical issues. Then next one is a self-talk. Whenever we are after retirement, the silly question everybody says is, Vishala madam, you are alone in such a big house. Are you not bored? I say that, am I such a bad company? I love myself. I love being with Vishala than by being with other people. So, and the other one is now you have cell phone. Every day, 5-6 times you talk to the friends. Video calls are there. Everything, if you are busy, so many things can be done. So self-talk, when we have self-talk, always do you say, I am bored, I am neglected, I am unwanted? Like here you have to remember Gautam Buddha. Nobody in this world can neglect you unless you feel you are neglected, insulted. You must have an orbit around you. Feel that this is my orbit. Be disciplined, be strong, and don't let the bad experiences, bad words. Some people have the habit, as they come to the department or the colleges, they gossip what happened with others. I always tell them that, why do you waste time in getting to know about others, filling your mind with a lot of garbage? Knowing others' bad things, other departments, where we are not connected. You are connected with your work. Focus on that. So always I kept 38 years. If you ask some of my students also might be there in this workshop. I always enjoy being in my room, doing the work. Whenever it is required, only interact with others. Otherwise, never waste time to know about somebody's work, somebody's families, somebody's birthdays. Never that became important. Here, when I say about ethical values of teachers, birthdays, just last week, I got to know when I went to the bank, there the students were withdrawing the money. They were discussing among themselves. Today, our professors' birthday, see, they are not in the colleges. They are online. They are attending the online classes. Still, they have come to the bank to withdraw the money to buy a bouquet for a teacher. And the other students were grumbling. The teacher does not, the sir does not teach. Why should we give? Others have given. If we don't give, it will be a problem. I feel whoever is attending this workshop, kindly put a notice board that teachers' birthdays, they should not give any gifts. They should not give a petal also. or let them not to pluck the flowers of the university or buy that money they can spend on their fruits and getting a good pen notebook for the class. So that should be banned. Actually, I feel all the vice chancellors, I request through this, if anybody is there, nice circular can be sent. Nobody's birthday student should spend money. So that is so pathetic condition. We never gave a flower to the teacher, but we had a lot of gratitude towards the teachers. Even today, 3 teachers are alive who taught me at UG, PG and high school. I spoke to them, made a video call. One teacher, Telugu teacher of 7th standard is alive. Through Facebook, her son spoke to me. I spoke to her. She was so happy. Thank you for remembering me. Okay, so gratitude is talk to them, not just giving artificial feelings. That should be stopped. So, okay, next one is a status of relationship. Social circle. Our social circle is contagious. You have to be, I am very selective in making friends. With whom I have to sit, I will decide. I just don't want to sit with the other person. Immediately I'll calculate how much negativity will come from that person. Then immediately that person will be deleted from my social circle. You have to be, because you have to value your body and mind. These are precious instruments. Even crores of rupees. Like when I met with an accident, when I couldn't move my right arm, I was so helpless in the airport, Delhi airport, when I was seeing people who can use both hands. I felt they're so lucky because it was not mine. The driver's mistake. There was a massive car accident. 6 deans were sitting. All of us broke our bones. Mine was right arm was broken. So give importance to your body and mind. Don't put unnecessarily negative things in your mind. You have to have a selectivity. Like even tea, when you make tea with a good strainer, you want to strain it and take. If little tea leaves are there, you say, oh, it is not strained properly. But how are we when we are filling up our mind with any garbage? Don't you say that one, stop, I want to have a filter. I don't want to listen about somebody, but let me analyze what am I, what my responsibility, what did I contribute, and did I improve from yesterday to till today? If you are not improved compared to yesterday, that itself is a big failure. Whatever the position you are in, whatever the money you are taking, but the failure is there only. You are not having a progressive mind. So that is so important, not materialistically. How many cars you have, how much gold and jewelry you have, how many, those things are not matter. So here the social circle, be selective, be with the good people, so that bad people also should feel ashamed and they should become good so that they will be wanted individuals. Next is the health, career, studies, work schedules. All these also matter a lot. They affect our stress. So when we have proper planning, then we can do it. Thinking, a mindset, our mindset should be always progressive. That is a growth mindset. Growth is always progressive changes. So positive growth should be there, not negative, rigid. Same mentality, 10 years, never changed. Same old sticking to the what 1% troubles me. Okay, always targeting somebody for your stress is your weakness. It is not your strength. Next is communication skills. Many times, when I was a principal, I worked in an agriculture university where Marathi I have not learned. I knew only Telugu till 10th standard. So when I became the dean, when I used to dictate in Marathi, I can't write properly. Grammatical errors, even today it will be there. But I used to use concrete, the accurate words which I have to communicate to the students or to the colleagues or to the higher authorities in Marathi draft. They used to say, Vishala, how do you know that? I said, I struggle. What word will I have to communicate? Communication is so important. Because of that, I didn't have any stress. Otherwise, that Marathi, because not knowing Marathi language would have become a stress factor in my career development. So that is very, very important. What are the language? Any language, when you learn with positive mind, you have the advantage. I just want to tell here, when I knew little Marathi, now whatever, like I know 70% Marathi, in that I knew only 5% when I went to America in 1988 to Michigan State University. I was there for 3 years. Once when I was going for a walk, one Maharashtrian doctors couple, they saw me in silk sari, they stopped and they only interviewed me. Are you from India? Why, what for you are there in this campus? You were never seen. I said, I came to under FAO fellowship. I'm an exchange visitor to this university. Then where do you work? Because many people do not know in out of India, many people do not know Parbhani. I said near Aurangabad, very close to Mumbai. That both couple were from Aurangabad. They were so happy to talk to me in Marathi, and they took me for shopping. I saved $200 because of their help. See, language, little language always. So whenever we walk in other states, pick up those languages. That's I want to tell. Any language, when you know, they have the advantage. Another one is our food habits are so important. Many people who have stress, the first thing you should ask them is, do you eat 4 times? They don't. Not so much they have to, but they have to have hygiene, oral hygiene, personal hygiene. I had tough time in making people realize they wear nice dresses, but the moment they come closer, stink, literally they stink. Whether the teaching faculty few, the office staff, some of the students also, they look clean because they don't realize it. Sweat is the one, we don't understand our own body smell. Other person will understand. So when somebody cautions, some used to like a cobra, they try to bite you. Like, why do you want to touch my hygiene? Hygiene matters because you are stinking. Well, how can I talk to you? Okay, the personal hygiene, oral hygiene. In America also, one scientist asked me, in 1988 only, why some of the people, when they come here, they stink because we don't have the habit of after eating, we wash our hands so nicely, but we don't clean our mouth after eating food. All of you today, after my session, just you ask your best friend how much stinks your mouth. If it doesn't stink, you have very good hygienic habit. If it does not, you have to just wash, brush after every time you consume, whether tea or coffee or food, anything. So I request here, you just see your stress level will go down because you feel literally fresh. When you feel fresh, any kind of stress that automatically gets a little bit at least reduced. That is my experience with my clients and the people whom I worked. Later they said, thank you so much. Now we feel fresh. Physical environment is very, very important. Even on your table, if so much dust is there on your files, I do not know how your working environment should be very interesting. Always I used to have, not dull, beautiful, because I'm a child element, but from childhood, I love that. I had only 80 rupees, one cute doll, very sweet smiling. It used to be there. And I used to feel that when after I became principal, HOD, I used to turn it to the others. And that small one on the chest of the doll, very cute doll. Anybody feel like, they fall in love with that doll, a baby doll. Then on that, keep smiling, be honest, be brief. So when they come with a bad intention also, that child will want that, be honest. So 50% problems used to be solved when they used to approach me. So the ambience is very important. Professionalism. Nowadays, people attribute professionalism to the commercialism. Please, there is a difference between professionalism. Professionalism is how honestly you are performing your work. That is a professional. If you are selfishly want only promotions, only take salaries, misutilize the property of the colleges for your welfare, that is commercialism. Many people know, nowadays they say she's very professional. Then I think, oh, very nice. But then they talk about that person negatively. Then that is not professionalism. Okay. Next one is, let us recognize the truth, appreciate the truth. Nowadays, we get scared, we run away from the truth. Recognize the truth. I do not know. Like when I was a student, even at UG and PG, when our teachers used to submissions, whenever we used to give, as I used to pick up the submission, I used to look at the red marks. Where are the teachers? Like when teacher substitutes and with a nice word, I used to feel so much gratitude for my teacher for correcting me so that I'll become better person. We are not worried about you becoming the better version of yourself. I do not know why she comments. Like, once when I was HOD, other HOD's report, there were so many errors. I was a research in charge. I made some corrections, editing. I never said anything. Very politely, I wrote, sent back to them, incorporate these editorial mistakes. Then they went to the principal. She's not from our discipline. Who is she to correct mine? Then the principal fired her only. She's a research council in charge. Her duty, because this report is going to Honorable Vice Chancellor. It is because she's a council person, research council chairperson, she has to edit the drafts, then only it will go. Then later they were like, no, because she supported, I didn't know all that. After 5 years, she told me, you know that you are so strict with your editing. They were upset, but I told them she's helping you. Otherwise, you want Vice Chancellor to point out about your technical mistakes. Then you feel pathetic. Now the better reports go, he will have a positive attitude about your department. No, the other side, she has helped you. You should, instead of appreciating, she's helping, not like a lazy chairperson, just whatever comes, put it and send it. It is my responsibility is over. She's truly professional. You have to appreciate, learn from that. Later, they became my good friends. Always, when I became the dean, they used to come and ask, please just check once you just go through my document, then I'll send it. With so affection, so positively, how you communicate, how you convince is very important when a person is having negative. That is helpful to the institutions, not putting masala to that and ruining the quality of the proposals. Learning to be in the company of creative people, because creativity is contagious. Like in the town, she was English professor. Now I can tell she's now MP, Member of Parliament, Dr. Fauzia Khan. She was an English professor. She started a school. Then I used to go for fun because my daughter also was in that. I used to contribute. Then that school made wonders in the total state. That made her to go to education. She became an education minister. Can you imagine? Creativity. I didn't get anything. Only I could get a better environment. I paid the fees of my daughter, but because you gave the technical input, what a child requires in a school environment, how a school teacher should be while dealing with the children, what are their important characteristics. So that helped, that made her to have, like, she became a public figure. Now she became later health minister, education minister, very popular. Now she has crores of property. People ask, what do you have? I have crores of happiness. I may not have money, but you have made, because of that institution, hundreds of people got jobs. You have not spent a single pie, but creatively your days were given. Your second Saturday, Sundays, half day. I used to go for fun, because in that way, I did a lot of research work, understanding the parents, understanding the teachers, understanding the school-going children. So that's what I said. Whenever you do anything, please focus on win-win. You also should win, not money-wise, but knowledge-wise, personality enhancement, those things. When you make other person win, please remember this dialogue of mine. When you make other person win, you'll have lifelong joy. When you win and you make other person lose, you have only that joy remains with you only for days or weeks or months, or at the most years. After your retirement, you feel so bad. Oh, I'm the person, like, caused for her deterioration. Never deteriorate. That is a big sin. Don't spoil anybody. Even if they don't like you, just ignore them, but don't damage anyone. Work beyond the orbit of the best work, because sometimes whenever I see my books only, I always say, oh, like even the PPT, like yesterday night I sat and I added 4 more slides to make it interesting. Don't be happy, oh, this is the best. When you keep on working on your best, that orbit, expand that. There is no end for quality. Just I want to say that. Next is think, connect, create. You create something, you correct it, and then refine it. That should be a continuous process. Teamwork. For me, teamwork is, in my teams, I never give tea. If you see office bills also, they say that Vishal ma'am ke paas jaane se only water. I said that is good for health. Because they always complain that one, so much tea we had, so we had to give up our food. I said, that is why I'm worried about your health. Teamwork, first thing is, what is the target of the team given? Second is focus on the efficacy. Who has what talent and in what way we can coordinate and complete that work and accommodating somebody. Sometimes, they have to go late for a class, or sometimes they have some issue, emergency issue in the house. They say, okay, I'll just go and come back. Adjusting, not just chit-chatting and just sign on the register, have a T-bill. Nowadays, some of the meetings, they say, T-bill hona hai. Because of that only, people will understand meeting is conducted. So that type of attitude is so dangerous for any institution. Managing the work skillfully to accomplish it. That is my definition. Yesterday night, I felt suddenly, when I was going through what all I can give from my experience, what happens not in my faculty or in my college, whenever I go out as an examiner, as a specialist, what happens in a teamwork? So this is a teamwork. If you stick to that, I am sure you can do wonders. Okay, that is why we must educate ourselves first. स्वयं को पढ़ाना दुनिया सबसे कठिन कार्य. Any philosopher, great philosopher, any community you see, even a scientist also say self-actualization, self-study. The more you understand yourself, the more you can contribute. But there, the moment we have a big glass, blind glass, we don't want to look at our negatives. We don't want to improve. Always praise me, flatter me. So that is very, very important. So have a positive attitude, right attitude. See this, nowadays the heroes, heroines, in their interview, they say, what an attitude. Attitude has always either negative attitude, a neutral attitude, or a positive attitude, or a right attitude and a wrong attitude. Just don't say attitude. Somehow I take objection. It has to have an adjective. Whether you have a right attitude or a wrong attitude, or whether you have a positive attitude. If you see the spelling, A's position in alphabet, A is 1, like B is 2, C 3, D 4, like. So when you total it up, it comes to 100. If you have a right attitude, whatever the environment you are in the family, in the office, in the department, even in the class for a postgraduate students, if you have a right attitude, you are going to be safe and you are going to be a developing person. Developing person is very, very important. If you have a wrong attitude, always using your defense mechanism, always blaming somebody for your failures. Always, there is a proverb. When you get success, many are responsible for your success. Please remember this. When I'm successful, when I wrote many articles, my students were responsible, my clients were responsible, they were the cause for that. Some of my colleagues, co-authors for my technical articles, they are also responsible. Co-researchers, investigators are also responsible. But when you become a failure, please remember, when you are a failure, you are alone held responsible for that. Because you have not taken an effort. If you don't take an effort, nobody, your authorities, your teachers can take you like a horse. You can take the horse to the water tub, but you cannot make it drink. People, the authorities can take you to the water tub, but that animal has to decide whether it has to drink or not. So here, always I find we have more followers than good thinkers. That is why always I tell senior students, try to be the better version so that others will follow you. If you as a senior make mistakes, others won't follow you. But now I told you the competition is they don't follow. They want to learn the negative things like coming late, bluffing, like giving a feedback, very negative feedback in a positive way. The moment they cross your door, they show the different colors. They're not chameleons. Nowadays, we are becoming not a honest human being, a chameleon. That if you stop, you will progress, you can kill the stress of yourself and you can contribute. So what we think, what we see, what we listen, what we do, how we interpret it matters a lot. Like this is a key. Once in childhood, I heard the beggars, the beggars come. Sometimes, I talk to them when they have interesting chat. This I learned it from a beggar. He was telling me in my school age, when you please listen to this. This also is very, very important for everyone. This when you are having fever, generally in South India, what they do, mother makes a nice care with a lot of milk, sugar, so that you get immediate energy. When you have high fever, you are supposed to take high energy level food. So this care will give you a lot of energy. But when mother tries to feed you with love and nice care, with a lot of good ingredients, when because you have high fever, your mouth is not tastes bitter. Even though it is sweet, you taste it bitter, then they say, Mama, no. Then mother says, no, please have better. It will be like that only bitter, but you will feel better. Sometimes they'll slap you and they feed you. Then you get all right, they get a lot of energy. So when you are sick, mentally sick, your personality is sick, the right things are given by your authorities, by your best friends, by your best teachers, that looks bitter. So bitterness is not in the care in your, like when you are having high fever, you have body condition, you are physiologically you are not good. So sometimes mind also do something nice. Now don't accept that. So please use this and try. When our good thing is not appealing to you, like we have a great mythological Ramayana and Mahabharata. Why Lord Krishna was there with both Kauravas and Pandavas? Why Krishna's things were not gone into the mind of the Kauravas? And they became the victims of their ego and bad virtues, their vices, all that. They became the victim. Krishna warned both of them so lovingly. Krishna is, I feel, whenever I see the serials, I feel he was the best communicator. He was the best communicator. But this is very, very important. So when our good things are not liked by you, problem is not with the system, problem is with your system, with your mind, system of your mind. You have to check that. This I use for creativity. Yesterday, suddenly it struck me that why can't I use this? Like this is a bangle and I put a stick. When I saw that, it looked like a rattle magnifying lens. All of us use, like for somebody, it is a cloud. Like yesterday, one child said it is a tree. Another child told it is her mother. Her mother has a round figure and that is a body. So same stimulus, if 360 degrees, all of us have different things you come up. Like one father told me immediately, he said it is a earbud because he just then had cleaned his earbud and came to me. And now with his son for the assessment, developmental assessment, he immediately said, then like no, same way one professor came, it was Sunday, she came just for chatting. Then she said, it looks like a cobweb remover because she cleaned up her house. Nowadays you have cobwebs. And I like, no, gold one and it has a stick. So these things are important. So just I want to tell you here is when we analyze a stimulus, we take the information from our past, what knowledge we have, what experience we have. Actually, it is a bangle and it is a circular one standing on a, it is attached to a stick, a standing line and a circle. But there are 500 things people have seen. When I showed this stimulus to the 12th standard students, they came up with, I studied till BSc in Telugu medium. They came up with the flower pots, inside. In English, they were talking about. So each one's mind. So remember, that is why people say what we see in that at least 70% of our mind is what we see is what we are. 70% is what we see in others, what we see in nature. It is we. All the time you are finding fault with the society, with your institution, with your staff, with your boss. Some have that, biting character. All the time target somebody, and throughout their life they say that HOD is not good, this junior is not good, that senior is not good, that subordinate is not good. Keep on eating that psychology. It's just, like they are like drainage water. Drainage water stinks. Their mind stinks with the negativity. They have to kill that. So here, my strong, these are my statements. The value of a value has a value if it is valued by you. Do you value yourself? Do you value your self-respect? Self-respect means not, now people are just giving you importance, good morning, good night. No. Respect for your work, for your contribution to mother. Sometimes the children treat the mothers just like servants. Then I tell the mothers, do you value yourself? Even though you are a mother, the child should have due respect. Even a 1-year-old also, when they're interacting with a parent, you also should value your child. Same way your department, your students. Do you value your students? Then you have abundant love for your students' welfare. Nobody, no educational policy need not come. Like some of my students were telling, Vishala ma'am, new educational policy speaks about what you used to tell us when we were in UG. Everything is in that. Sometimes we feel, were you the chairperson of new education policy? I said, no, not even chairperson. I was not even the member of that. But any true teacher wants true education to be passed on to the next generation. Next is, please focus on majority, the women especially. What happened here? The line has come. Some line. Can anybody tell me?
Yes, the annotation was on. You have just moved your hand. So that's the thing.
Okay, let me not learn that now. So let us see. Woman, without her, man is nothing. See, same sentences are there. Where I put comma, woman, without her, I have put the comma there, man is nothing. A positive, that is why I gave the green color, because positive, green is always for the progress. Live trees, when the tree is alive, it is having green color. That is why I just put green color. Woman, she says, without her, man is nothing. Same sentence, a negative woman who underestimates herself says, woman, without her man is nothing. Without her man is nothing. So it is your own attitude, your own experiences. Let us see this. This is every day you use it. You have to check ABCD stress coping strategies. First one, activating event. I just took an example of a assistant professor, for example. I was busy with my work in the department. Our principal sends me an email to organize a workshop within 2 days for the university students. Belief, B, what comes into her mind? It is terrible. How can I do it? She or he is targeting me to create trouble to me. So she's coming with a negative belief. The person is trouble. See, where is the troubling here? She has to organize because she's dynamic, young. Other seniors have worked all these years. That is why she has to organize a workshop for the welfare of the students. See the consequences, what she does. She comes out of her room, gets frustrated, tells everybody. Instead of planning that, already she says, I don't have time. Then immediately she should use that time for completing her work, which is hands on her hands, and then think of what she has to do for the workshop. Instead of that, she got frustrated, she got angry, she complained to the colleagues, and nowadays cell phones, immediately the husband, it goes. If females are there, to the husband, male are there to the wife. So-and-so, see, my kaam kar raha tha, wo de diya, like this, that's it. Yeah, in my life, I never talked about office matters in the family. Never. And don't ever take the suggestions of your life partner. How much you love, keep that relationship there only, because he will not be able to analyze your situation. Do you tell all your wrongs to your husband? I have seen myself, I have seen some of my colleagues, when they were talking so bad about me, like sometimes I used to go to pick them up on official work, they used to make fun of me and talk. The moment they used to come in front of me, very lovingly, caringly, they used to sit. I said, how can be so bad? And those are the people learn so much, but then still they feel. So whenever they praise also, I say that one, I know your inner self. How much you talk so ill, disgracefully. You are the one did not know to write one sentence also. You learned, but still you don't have courtesy. Some learned for 5 years, some learned for 30 years, some learned for anything. But that is only gratitude. Yesterday, Dr. Aparajita, your vice chancellor, was talking about attitude and gratitude. Do you have the list? How much you have learned from her and how much that made you to earn fame, game, and awards? And what are you today talking about her? That is actually is consequences. What is your consequence? Attitude, gratitude, not from the teaching it comes. It is with the emotions. I'll be talking later. Next is a dispute. But still I never took those things at heart. Once, 1 second I was hurt, immediately I felt, why should I give importance to these stupid people? When they don't have the sense of gratitude, they are more dangerous. I always feel the children in many families where they broke their families, their life partners, when they don't have gratitude, it is not gratitude you should have only for God. It is for your parents, for your teachers, for your friends, for your well-wishers, for the children. It is very, very important. That is very, very emotional issue because I have counseled thousands of people. In that what comes is, chameleon, natak. I'll be talking in the next slide, it will come. Artificial behavior. Always I tell, don't you think God is watching you? For me, God is there wherever I'm sitting. What Vishala is doing. He never just lives in the portraits or in the temples. Next is dispute. Now, negative, our mind, at least God has made, we have positive mind, negative mind, some we have more negative mind, some have more positive mind. That can be changed within a month. With intensive courses, intensively, you dissect yourself, you analyze your behavior, with a lot of objectivity, what type of human being you are, what type of animal instincts you have. Are you a fox? Are you a snake? Are you a rabbit? Are you a cat? What you are? We have to really, dissect ourselves and check what type of mind we have, what type of personality we have. I tell you, within a month, you can revolve yourself to become a good human being. So, what is a dispute? The D factor is so important for us. She says, negative mind says, it is tough. I may go to him to discuss about it. 2 days is very impossible. I will not be able to that. The positive mind is telling, same attitude, the same person is thinking another option. Options are, let me take it as a good challenge because I am only this department person. I have to deal with all other students on the dais so that I will have very good social status. I will have a lot of respect among the students community because I am working for all the students. See, the positive mind is talking about it. Opportunity to organize it as it gives me satisfaction and good social status. To impress upon that much whole university students with one task of workshop, if you organize it so well, you can win the heart of youth. They will remember you forever in their life. One workshop, whom you have helped in the department, your own student may not remember you. But one workshop nicely organized for the whole community, they will remember. After 20 years, 30 years, they'll say, oh, ma'am, you had arranged that, sir. Or, sir, you have arranged that workshop. I'm from this faculty, that faculty. I don't belong to your faculty, but I learned a lot. So please, that D, I want you to dispute positively. That is, for me, last one is important. Second and third also is very important. Don't ever talk issues when you have less time, work on the work than complaining to others. Yeah, now this is very, very important, is hack happiness. What is this happiness? Dopamine, that is, these are hormones nowadays. A lot of people talk about it. But these things I do it because that's why I'm in front of you. I'm 62 years old, feel so proud, never get bored of any day. No health problems, absolutely zero health problems. But I've not done so many wonders, but I could do my best. But still, I could have done more, provided so many things were there. Many obstacles from some of the higher authorities. I'll not be talking about that. Because of that, I lost 3 to 4 crores of rupees projects 15 years ago. Dopamine. What is it? Dopamine hormone that is secreted when you have good diet. Good diet is not a very expensive diet, not masala diet, healthy diet, health care, and focus on your work. See, when you focus on your work, it gives you a lot of joy. Dopamine, don't you want to have this happy hormone in you? Oxytocin, like human development people know that one. It plays a significant role in childbirth and breastfeeding. It also is secreted when you care and cooperate with people. Nowadays, I take care of my garden. I take care of few animals, stray animals. When they look into my eyes, I feel so happy. Very silent dialogue goes in front of me. Yesterday, one cat came after a long time. The way it was looking at me with so much love. I never found the people whom I have groomed for many years that much. Okay, so here, spend on various people. Don't stick on to only few people. Endomorphins, recreational work, exercise, funny jokes. These funny jokes, 2 days back, one WhatsApp came, now online teaching, like today also many gave attendance. How many of them literally are listening with focus? Some may be listening, some may be out of the room also, out of the computer room. But here, what I want to say is, when you enjoy your work, that is also gives you a lot of happiness. Funny jokes. Okay, online, I was talking about the students. He has completed 12th standard. Somebody asked him, do you know about Newton's law? He says, I'm a science, completed 12th standard now only. Ask a law student. I don't know about Newton's law. That might be learned by law students. Why don't you ask them? So this type of education with the offline, online, whatever is going on, that's a funny jokes. I was so impressed with that joke. I laughed. Nobody was there at home, but I laughed again, shared it with so many people. Many also laughing. Many, even then a mother, 9th standard mother also said, Vishala madam, I heard about this one, Newton's law from my son. That is why kitti murkh log hai. Like that she was talking about. A maid studied till 9th also knew what is Newton's law. At least a new science student will learn that. Okay, now next is a serotonin. That is a paying attention on purpose is very, very important. What is the purpose of doing it? Caring for nature, sky, nature gazing, being conscious. Always I told you that every moment we should be, our conscience, we have to check how much I'm cheating, how much I'm lying, how much I'm bluffing. This, if you have watch on that, then if you become more conscious, serotonin hormone also is secreted that gives you a lot of happiness. Because when we are conscious, it prevents us from making mistakes, damaging the university, damaging the college, damaging the students. It cautions you. That is why you feel happy and you have all these beautiful hormones secreted in large amount. You need not buy. Trying to see yourself in the mirror and exploring yourself beyond what you see. Not like, my hairstyle, it is like that, how the dress is. Beyond that, I have to look at my image, what that Vishala is. Helping one person might not change the whole world, but it could change the world of that particular person. So start with helping one person, then it will become hundreds and thousands. That person also helps. This plant, yesterday I was going around in my house, in my, outside, and I have a small, what do you call it, as a compound. This plant, when I looked at it, see, this is a drainage pipes. The There is no soil, but still this plant is thriving well. It is not telling stress. This is called positive stress. Here only cement is there under that. Little dust might have gone while sweeping into that holes. But this plant also has given the flowers. So I felt this is a very good example of positive stress. They are having stress. They don't have proper soil. Nobody waters. I never watered them. They're thriving on whenever we clean, whenever the rain comes, on that one only. So some of the stress when we take positively, how do you utilize that one is matters a lot. These are my children's club. Some are there. I had wonders, and they also had very wonderful life with Corona. Gave them a lot of time. Like I was also free, and they were also free. So many things we learned from each other. Okay, this time Diwali, I told them that I was focusing more on human values, caring parents, siblings more, and grandparents, not just exploiting them. So the Diwali, I asked them to not to buy the crackers, and four boys, they said, ma'am, little we buy. They were honest enough. They didn't say bluff me, because they never bluff. I told them that be bold to tell the truth. When you tell the truth, even though it is bad, I will guide you how to do that. But anyway, they bought some crackers for 3 children. These are the farmers' children. You just see, they made for the mother is a Lata. I gave them this and explained to them. They all are Marathi medium students. Majority are Marathi medium students. See, Lata, they had to think of their mother, what they do there for them. Mother is loving, loyal, all this. I just want to read out because we have a lot to learn. They made this certificate. All of their parents got tears, a lot of affection. They said, Vishala ma'am, you made our children to become human beings. Being human. We also could not mold them. They studied us. They told about us. We are going to make it frame, and we keep in that one. I thought first Nike, Ajanta was talking to me, interacting with me. First I thought I'll make, but I don't know about her much. Only little interactions. At least Aparajita, I might have met her 3-4 times, 5 times. She's a wonderful person. I thought, let me explain. We can also take Dr. Aparajita's feedback on this. We had to ask her the award she got, and somebody talks about the true Aparajita to her. I'm also a human development person. From my interactions about her, there should be truth in that. I always perceived her personality as advanced mind. She has very advanced personality. She always has a lot of persuasion. She's an able leader, able teacher. She's always realistic. She's very accommodative. I know once I lived with her also for a day when I went as a PG consulting professor to the Verampur University. Justifies her work, whatever she does, justifies it, how valuable her work is to the society, to the students. She has innovative ideas. She is truthful to herself, and she is affectionate. So this way you can talk to people. What I want to tell you is, how do you increase their happy hormones are by talking good about their personality. It does not cost anything. You have to take the printout. Like that you can make for your parents, for your life partner, for your children. Then I just wrote one. You can have many characteristics they'll have. Then you can do, even on Teachers' Day. I used to do that. On Teachers' Day, students were asked to give the best qualities. Like one teacher, they said, we have only 1 or 2 Vishala ma'am. We don't have many to think about that teacher. I said, no, you have to think everybody is made. Then I helped, because as a principal, what I saw, positive things. But for one teacher, literally we had to struggle. What type of positive characteristics teacher has? Some had so many, including me. They made on Teachers' Day the notice board. We print out. We took the printout of the like this on the passport size and the teacher's ability. What happens is she also feels proud, even though she has some negative things. That makes her like, this will be like a mirror. You are you're this. Then she feels more positive about her. This will be the best medicine, making people like, I have saved many marriages also. people went to the virtue of breaking up, made the husband, mostly the husbands were badmash. Okay, they made some, they heard, then when I had in the sessions, sessions, in the counseling sessions, I got to know that husbands had cheated on their wives. Then they made and this apologized and they made nice mementos like this, and she excused them like that. What are the 8 C's we should have is nowadays with a cell phone, like mine also, I put it on a silent mode so that nobody should disturb. See, cell phone should not exploit us. We should not become the slave of our cell phone. Whoever wants, they will call you. You need not worry too much when you are doing the important work. So concentration, we lack because of this, all the gadgets. We have to improve that. Our concept should be developed. This generation is so lucky. Anything, even your teachers are not taught when you were students, you can Google that matter and learn. Like within 5 minutes, I got to know about Rama Devi. She was given a doctorate award. That is why I put Dr. Rama Devi. She was a freedom fighter. She was involved in post-independent and pre-independent movement so vigorously. Her husband was a deputy collector. That means she comes from a royal background. Still, she was down to earth, worked for the tribals, everybody. She started the teachers training. She also realized that teachers can make miracles. Even I believe that whoever becomes the teacher in this Janma, we have done something very good. That is why we have become teacher. Always I feel, because you can mold the students, so many generations of the students. Another lucky one, positive about teacher is, like, when I retired on June 30th, this June only, end of June only, I retired in 2019. When I was coming out of the college gate, I was thinking that, 1981, 23 years old, Vishala only. That much young at heart. At the age of 62, after retirement also, everybody gave me farewell. When I was coming out of that gate in the vehicle, college vehicle dropped me. When it came out, I was just remembering that Vishala, young Vishala. I was understanding it. Why? Because all the time in front of me, the students' age group was same for 40 years. Please remember that. The teachers, we are so blessed souls. Because our students change, but the age group remains the same, UG, PG, PhD students. That is why you feel you are young at heart. So we should look physically and mentally also young. That time only you can feel that you are the best teacher. You are an effective teacher. Okay, next is the concept development. I was talking about improve your subject matter, have confidence. Please don't disturb whoever is disturbing. Creativity, contribute, character building. There I have written lightly. That is the morality and integrity. Don't try to change your colors. Inside the room, outside the room, try to be the same. If you don't like certain things, gracefully, like yesterday, one speaker was talking about give the feedback with the confidence and gracefully, candid way. Candid way means in a nice way, not fighting. You said that, and also find from that person which is good. Not for you individually, for the institution, for the students. Next is contentment. Your contentment should be there when your students are doing well. Don't compare, like most of my friends are crores of rupees they have, but I don't have crores of rupees. I have this house and lot of happiness. So your contentment has to come not from materialistic thing, how beautifully you lived your life. Like I think yesterday's speaker also mentioned that it is not how beautiful you look, it is how beautifully you have led your life is very, very important. This is, I'll just talk about why brain, because stress and brain. Brain is, because in the brain only we have mind. I say mind is nothing but the functioning capacity of the functioning capacity style of our brain. That is why if you see during pregnancy, nowadays youngsters do not take care of their health. Please take care because 60% of the brain is developed of the baby in the pregnancy itself, 6 months. Of the adult, only 40% after we come out. So please take care of that. And the head circumference by 18 years, 56, like mine, if you see, this is a 56. I was a premature baby. I was not well because I was a 10th child to my mother. But see, that means that even though I was a premature baby, so well, a fourth standard mother took care of me. That is why even today I have 56 centimeter head circumference. That has come out from research. Even that is validated with others results also. When I measured the 13 years children's from first year, when we followed up, their head circumference also, that boys have 1 centimeter more than that. It will be easy. I'll be showing you in the next slide. I want your attention because this message is not only for the university, this is only even for your children also. If you have young children at home, you have to pay attention to that. See, 4 years. If you send 4 years, proper food, not on ready-made food much, nutritious food, suitable to that age and their interest, let them eat anything. Sugary food also doesn't matter. It matters for a person like me who is very fat. Okay, so here 90%, 30% intellectual, that brain head circumference is increased 30%, later only 6% for. I talked to the parents about the money and the time they spend on this. From 4 years to 18 years, they can get only 10%. So please take care of that. First 4 years, as grandparents, some of old staff are there, talk to the young parents that take care of food. Here, grandparents also can make a big role in timely feeding children. This is a couple, a slum girl. I wanted to, this child is not that. This child is a lab nursery school child. This child, the picture I don't have. Later, the mother told me that she has a broken family. Husband is a drunkard. She goes for the grass cutting and earns very less. And when she became pregnant, she read my book, Balakancha in Marathi book. It is 25 rupees. She bought that and made her son. Like no, last week she came 4.5. And these are her measurements. See that GQ is 100. This is a big challenge for the educated mothers. What about your own children's physical development? It talks really about physical development. Brain is everything. From today, you have to ask people like my teachers used to tell, brainless. Please use the word brainless. If you are slow learners, you are using your brain less. That is why you are not doing well. They must understand, key up here. You can talk to them that or something is loose here, tighten it up properly. Thinking, analyzing, innovation, like innovation index of India is less. But the people who went outside India made a big innovation index for other countries. Here we had to work on that. If a big contribution as teachers, improving the innovative skills, creative skills of our capacities of our students, indirectly we can contribute a lot to the national building, feeling and responding, interacting, associating, personality, our character, our judgment, everything is a CPU, central processing unit, our brain. So brain works better when it is kept in good work. It is just like a muscle. The more you use it, the more fit it becomes. Don't ever feel that I have so much workload that will spoil you. Never. Do it with the positivity and with the proper coordination. That is very important. People should never trouble the good workers. And that also will be the responsibility of higher authorities. Once in my career, 3 times I had resigned, submitted resignation as a professor. I never cared. For me, then the vice chancellors asked me, they called me and they took care of those the principals. Deeply, sometimes you get hurt, then you tender the job. Let them know the seriousness of it. Either you want me or you want bad things, bad attitude of a person. Then they tighten them. You need not talk to them. So always, if you have any issues, like before my retirement, once one vice chancellor asked, one staff came to me. She said that you told her dress was smelling badly. I said, did she tell that on her question paper? That same staff had repeated questions in the examination. Then before, luckily I saw before it was given to the students, then I fired her and made the question paper change, and then we gave that. Then I did say that I don't want to talk about anybody. I don't want to go down to their level, but they should have, that's what I said, conscience. If I tell, I told sir, did you ask, 40 years I was there, how many times, how many people I told that they're stinking? If they stink, I have to tell because they don't realize it. He or she is a teacher. They should feel ashamed. They should, if I was her, for example, or if I was him, I would have felt ashamed to go and tell Vice Chancellor, because Vishala ma'am never speaks lies. That is my agenda. Tell the truth, whether it is liked or not. But still she could dare, then people, the PA also was laughing. We felt her. So shameless they are. Instead of accepting it, being thankful and checking with another friends, am I stinking? Another friend also would have told, yeah, you're stinking. Sometimes, we never realize our things. That is why this judgment also comes from your mind. So feed the mind, don't fill it with the garbage. When you fill the garbage, what will come? See, our dustbins, like yesterday, my dustbin.
Madam, may I just interrupt you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Madam, can we take a break now?
No, finished, only finished. Yeah, just
Okay, fine.
few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our brain. Please see that body weight compared to body weight, it is only 2%. But every day it requires 30% of our food intake. So how important it is to reduce your stress, improve your efficiency, you have to focus on your protein-rich diet. Every day, around 85,000 brain cells are lost. You have to rebuild it. Again, diet is important. Many times people are fond of buying plots and flats. They don't neglect their food. Please, food is, health is wealth. Please remember that. Happiness, sound, all this, aging, I told you, this is a last one. Aging is, if you want to look younger, you did not go to the beauty parlor. You have to do good work. If you use your brain well, using brain well can lead to deceleration of aging. Means aging process will be slow. You look younger, you look handsome, beautiful, everything. If we are not using acceleration of aging, so that is one index is the person who looks more aged than her chronological age, than his chronological age. That is one reason can be that person is neglecting the health, having health issues, whether physical or mental health issues. Last one, get upset. Yesterday also one person was talking about when you get upset, what you have to do. For me, it is you get up first from your chair, set your mind, delete all negative things, save the positive things, and carry out your work. Please remember that. You have to get up from your chair, set your mind with a positively, like a clock. If it is slow, we set it. We set you have to set your mind is very important. Your nature is your future. Please remember that. Your future is going to be your nature. That is a nature comes again from the brain, from mind functioning. So completion is my teachers used to tell that one. Here, spelling error. It is a competition. In the good world, the competition is very less. Thank you. We'll stop it here.
Thank you, madam. I must say that I couldn't control myself. It's outstanding presentation, ma'am. Excellent deliberation. I must say that it's a stimulating speech, and you have the power to change the world around you. And that's what you are doing also. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Over to you, Devavala, madam.
It's a pleasure.
Madam, shall we take the questions? few questions now.
Yeah. It is now you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Navneet, madam.
Navneet ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Debawala madam. Good afternoon to everyone. Our esteemed Vice Chancellor or Speaker of the Day, Madam, your topic, you have really garnered so much appreciation. It's been the need of the hour. We have an outpouring of comments in the chat box. People have found the session so informative, exceptional, outstanding. People have said you have enriched their life, changed their life. It's going to be so memorable. It is in giving that we truly receive, and you have summarized everything about self-development, personality development, given us hacks, told us our bodies are local factories for our happiness. So I'll pick up a few questions.
Yes.
That have there are a few themes that have resonated very deeply with the participants, and especially stress, how we develop, how we cope with it, and you've listed all the factors, some of which that we unknowingly are taking, and how to cope with them. So madam, one of the themes that people have come up in questions again and again is how to deal with negative people. So several people have asked the same question, that you have relatives or you have workplace people who are negative, what to do, or people are jealous. So what are the kind of strategies that would help them cope with this kind of issue?
Yeah.
So if you could.
Yes. Thank you for the appreciation and beautiful question that is encountered by everyone. I remember when I came to Parbhani newly in 1981, somebody gave me a small booklet. Some lecturer came, senior lecturer, he gave me Vivekananda's thoughts. In that, I lost that book, but in that, Vivekananda says, if anybody is jealous of you, please remember, it is for everyone. Anybody is jealous of you, first thing is you get upset. He says that is the time, raise your collar and feel that you have what others don't have. Vivekananda also was very much ridiculed by Indian saints when he came back from America. He might have got married, he might have eloped, all bad things. Vivekananda's actual dialogues were there. The bad saints did not like him because he became world popular saint. He represented India in a few minutes. People here who were making Romas and earning a lot of money, they did not become popular. He was also deeply hurt. Then he sat near the river and was thinking, suddenly it clicked to him. Why can't I see the other side of it? One. So whenever any people are jealous, feel happy that you are better than them. One. Second one is you have two options. Either you repair them or you repair yourself. Repairing ourselves is easier. So avoid those people. Generally, like any negative people in the university also, when we go for meeting, in the faculty, outside, one or two will be there, negative, everywhere. Because of that Mahabharata, we have Shekunis. They are there to ruin people. That totally. So some Shekunis, there are some Narads. Narad also, that character in mythology is, he carries information from Vaikuntha to Bulok, Bulok to Vaikuntha. There are some people who carry the tales, story tales about you. Don't worry. What you have to do is, I told you, filter. Don't ever ask people, what do you feel about me? I never asked it in my life. My teacher, my mother, my husband, my daughter. Why should I bother about what they feel? They will keep talking about it. When they say negative, fine, it is okay. Your values are different, my values are different. Because yesterday's thing, every one of us are unique. Some are negatively unique, some are positively unique. So don't touch them. Negative people don't touch. That's what I did. Just a smile. Don't even flatter them. Don't ever become weak in front of them. Sit straight, just a smile. Don't even say good morning also. If they say good morning to you, good morning, that's all. Again, don't say your saree is good, your work was good. Nothing, zero value. Because your mind, your body is so precious. What we are doing is We are doing so much injustice to our life and blaming the whole world. Actually, I should have had defense mechanism. I love to not talk about mind and so many clients. When you see, no, sometimes I feel blessed I have done human development, but more as a student, we did not learn much. But when I became a counselor, learning, it is the more you serve, the more you get it. Okay, so don't touch them. And another one, like, last year I realized when you get the broom to clean the dirt, see, please remember, to clean the dirt, you cannot use a dirty broom. Can you? If your office is, for example, my table is not clean. Can I use a dirty cloth to clean it? No, I have to use a clean cloth. So for dangerous people, negative people, we have to be like astringent. We have to be the clean, the more clean. Don't become bad to them. The more clean. In that process, what happens? Please remember this. In 40 years, you remember, after retirement, I had decided 2 years, I will switch off my mind from university activities. I will not talk good, bad, whatever is going on, I will not ask. Just because I wanted to clean up my mind. You have so many beautiful experiences. Few, very, I don't think so. Any professor in India would have faced for nothing such a bad experiences. During my tenure as a principal, 2 students committed suicide. It is first blot comes on the principal. Actually, principal system was not responsible. One student had brain tumor, another student had low education, academic capacities, both committed suicide. The reasons are different, but immediately the negative people will come. Only during our tenure, only students have committed suicide. Then I had to go into the details, put up the facts, what were that made me to talk to the parents' education. 2 years I spent on how can we prevent suicides in teenagers. Families were the basic reason for that. Clear? So next is what I told is, when our bad people are around, you be as good as possible. Just like 1 cloth is not enough, 2 cloth. That's what I did. You know, one thing I want to tell you, after my retirement, 2 people came to me. They were worst. They came to touch my feet. Your goddess. They are not from my faculty, from other faculty. We were making a lot of nets, how to net you into the bad thing. You were all the time cutting like that rat, cutting and coming out of that net. Because they said we were scared where you will become the vice chancellor of this university. 2 men, senior professors came and apologized. We are very sorry. I said, I didn't know that what you did, but it's okay. I'm happy. I want to die as a teacher. I want to die as an educator. That is a big pleasure. That is the strength of a teacher. Clear?
Then, shall I interrupt you?
So bottom line is, don't leave your good nature. Don't you ever become them. Ignore them. Don't damage them. Let them feel ashamed. Being good. Because all of us have conscience. Some may have 1%, some may have 90%, but 10% people. Like that, one student was involved in love affairs, multiple love affairs. I can tell the faculty also, agriculture faculty student. Today she is in Russia. Last year she wrote such a huge letter to me. You were best mom as a warden. I was best nasty girl. Later I realized all my lovers cheated upon me. I got married to another boy. Now in Russia, when my teenage girl is having problems, I realized, how did you try to tell me that? I was so touched that as the only student, openly she used to have multiple love affairs in the university. All authorities were fed up of her. But she realized and she sends an apology letter. She says, Vishala madam, from bottom of your heart, please excuse me. Actually, I had excuse. That is the age And I tried to convince her, but ending, she got rid of at least 4 lovers. One good boy was there with her. Okay, don't give up. That's all. Next question.
Ma'am, just interrupt you. We'll take the questions after the second session because so many questions are there. Just if 5 minutes break only will take.
After the second, because some of their questions will be answered in the second session.
Yes, ma'am. So many questions are there.
Maybe the second session.
Yes.
Okay.
Just ma'am, may I request you just stop share your screen for 5 minutes only. We'll just do something different.
We have some surprise, ma'am.
Yeah. For the participants, the second session will be start after a small break. The attendance and feedback link also will take after that session only because we are having the same speaker for today. By that time, I would request our co-host Prachi or Chinmay to just share the link of Professor David so that we can get some more responses for that. And I would request our co-host to play. Okay, I'm not yet disclosed the surprise. We are not only from our faculty side, we are also having a very large legacy from our student side. They are not only good in curricular, they are also best in co-curricular. So without taking much time, now I'm disclosing the secret. Today we are going to present one of our students from first year computer science BSc, who is going to present a small dance, semi-classical and one modern dance for 3 to 4 minutes. It's a small break. Don't leave the session. And again, after 5 minutes, we'll restart the second session. Sir, please start the video. is Isika from first year computer science of Devi Women's University. It was just a small trial throughout these 5 days, we are trying to make the stress totally out of you, so much distance from you. So it was just a small trial from ourselves. Now again, we can start the session, ma'am. We can continue. Ma'am, unmute yourself.
Ma'am, unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Ma'am, kindly unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Others, please keep yourself mute. Only our speaker will speak. Unmute.
I want you to give an announcement, not to interfere. Somebody's keep talking.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yesterday also, that is, a lot of interruption. Irritating for the son. I am losing connection. Leave alone the audience.
Ma'am, just 1 minute. I'll mute all and you have to again unmute so that the speaker participants can also be used.
Should I continue then? Ask them. Are you okay with this break? Should we continue? Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. We want to again restart the session, please.
Yeah. Did you allow me for the?
Yeah, ma'am. Please.
Is it
Yeah,
visible?
visible.
Am I audible? The volume, is it okay?
Yeah, ma'am. Perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
See, this from those people who ever asked about questions, they also must understand this. We are like a mirror. Mirror does not have anything. The input is given. What we see in the mirror is perceived by our mind. Mirror is only a media. It works as a tool for us, but ultimately mirror does not show. So our sensory organs only show. So that is why a blind person, if you take in front of mirror, he cannot see because the basic one, eyes, the vision is not there. That is why that person cannot see. So I told already, be with good people. Like these are the teachers. My first in-service teachers training after my retirement. 1 month I had, and marvelous changes they came in their personality. So the association, what makes is greatest way of having good people around us is not what we get from them, but the better person we become just because of them. That is the power of association. Here I just want to tell you, my Kabir is my favorite poet. We had in school age Kabirs. I do not know why it is missing in present syllabus. School is only this Kabir Dohe. If a school syllabus is not there, please talk to the children about Kabir Dohe. He says, good people are like sandalwood. Bad people are like thorn. When you touch them, or if they touch us, our skin gets stale. Thorn. They always prick us. But whereas good people are like sandalwood, nice smell. The more you rub with them, the sandalwood, the better fragrance you get. So that is the association. Your thinking and feelings, this is a stress, people are asking about it. Please understand the base of your stress or behavior, good behavior, bad behavior is thinking and feelings. Feelings are our emotions, the language we use, and the body posture. Here, language, feelings, nowadays, very artificial feelings will be more. So you have to use as frankly, as transparent. Yesterday's speakers also spoke about having a transparent personality is very, very important. The behavior is because of this interaction. They are interdependent. They are interrelated, interdependent. So take care of our mind. So yesterday also somebody just touched about face and eyes. Even you see, olden days, doctors, our parents, they look at our eyes and they say, are you upset? Are you not well? Face reading, eyes indicate, because if you see why face reading is so important, nowadays in the digital world, everything is kala gora ho jayenge. You can become more beautiful, certain things also. Like my daughter yesterday sent a picture. If she would have been a boy, a man, how she would have looked. Then she sent her husband also. Kiran also was looking, my daughter's name is Kiran, she was looking very handsome, and my son-in-law also was looking very pretty. So in the digital world, here, why the face is indexed? Because if you see all the sensory organs, ears, nose, all the sensory organs are located. If we are not happy, most of our, if we observe people, their face and their, nowadays I'm doing research on eyes. Through eyes also quickly you are understand, but of course face also supports the eye language. So that is very, very important. Believe in science, like I don't worship. For me, God is there, but He is everywhere. Truth is God, God is truth. That is whatever I am today, that truth only supported me. Science is truth. Acquire science and apply science in your life to get the blessings of God. Always I feel, I talk to God also, like every God, and I'm very friendly, like I imagine, like I'm very friendly with gods. Stresses are imaginative and reality. Sometimes we use projective technique. Somebody already told, if negative people are around, whether really they're negative people, you have to check whether that is your perception. That is why you have to have a lot of objectivity. Don't like a person forever, don't dislike a person forever. Try to them your experiences with objectivity, means not a feeling and not with past experiences, as it is. Nowadays, all the great educational philosophers, they say that if the biggest gift to you can give it your life is if you can see things as it is. Things as it is very difficult, because always so many biases come in the way, our past experiences come in the way. Like, no, I want to share with that one. Many times whenever I meet old students, they say, Vishala ma'am, your anger is like drawing lines on the water surface. Please remember all the teachers. You just, you draw anything or you write anything on water surface, after few seconds, within few seconds, they get merged. As a teachers, even in any relationship, when you are angry with them, get angry and erase them. That is very important. It is not great feeling that I fought with her, I am holding on to those ill feelings. The more you hold on, please remember, the more hurt you are causing to your body and mind, and you are losing the precious time thinking of those idiots who have hurt you. So get angry with people, show anger. I don't say that I do show, but in a proper way, suitable to the age, suitable to the situation. Sometimes rarely you go, because after all, you're also a human being. That time you can say that one, I was upset, but I made only one mistake. What you have done in my life is so many mistakes. So I have not done a great mistake. In that way, also talking to that in the family, in the colleges, in the classes. Stress affects our immune system. Even recently also, most of the COVID victims, if you see in your relatives, in your families, they had less, and they also had more stress, more pessimistic attitude towards life. negativity, anything or artificial personality, those people became more victims. I was just analyzing in my family, among my relatives, my old friends, whoever had more negative mind, they are becoming, indirectly, their immunity system gets affected. That is why I said we have crores of rupees our body, even crores, nobody can attach a price, can say that. More than that, you cannot get a healthy body. You ask anyone who became now COVID victims, how happy and how unfortunate they feel because they become the victims because of immune system, because of somebody, contaminated person comes in contact with them, even though they have very sound health, positive mind, everything, because they come in contact with the affected people, they become the victims. So various reasons, but in general, we should not ruin our immune system. That is very important. For me also, doctor has said, it will take 6 months. If I have to use my fingers properly, but I could use it within a month by taking absolutely best diet. I used to drink nearly 2 liters, like a water only. I had less water, only milk I used to take. Then I stopped, lock, only one friend and only servant used to come. No visitors were allowed till I resumed my duties. Even the best friends, best colleagues, nobody was allowed to talk to me, because talking about that bad incidents, because it was a massive car accident. The pain we have undergone till we reached Delhi airport, from Delhi to Aurangabad to Parbhani, and in the hospital, what all pain it was, it will trigger you. So I always just tell that one, let me become normal and come back to the office. Then that much only. Everybody just smiled and, ma'am, you said, I sent official circular also, not to interact with me. If you love me, don't interact with me, don't ask questions, what happened, what all. So that is very, very important. So which can be changed, learn to change it, take care of your health, like self-appraisal. Self-evaluation is the best evaluation, but there we are very, very weak. We don't dare to, we judge the whole world, but not us, our work. That upsets me more. The bad people, unproductive people, underachievers, they don't question themselves. They blame the teacher, they blame the colleagues, they blame the bosses, everyone. Coping of strategies, in that you have to have cognitive therapy. You can, I am available even on online also. It is only I charge 300 rupees. So you have to take experts' help to come out of your uh, whatever the disorders, brain disorders, personality disorders. Not only me, there are many counselors. You can contact them. Refer the students also to a professional, not going to the temples and this. I remember I seen it. In this place, like some of the teachers, some of the clerks, some of the professors, they go barefoot to different villages, gods, for the promotions, but they don't work hard. They don't do research. If the clerk is there, he doesn't do, then his grades are not good. He won't get promotions. But I used to feel bad. But now at least they have realized that now they have started working now. At least this year, whenever I meet them, they say, we started working now. You used to tell us, ma'am, work is worship. Our workplace should be worship. And when we are working in the institutions, always I say, Vidya alai. So in Sanskrit, it is a Vidyalai. Vidyalai is Vidya, like goddess of education, whether it is goddess or god of education, that is there. Whenever we enter temple, we behave well. We do good thing in the temple. So our institutions are our temples. Workplace is worship. So when you enter, do your best. Don't look around. When you look around, you get upset. So don't look around, focus. You have to have blinkers. When in the horse riding, they put blinkers to the horse. It won't look this side, and it runs forward. That should be, do the mood shifting activity. I was so lucky. I had nursery school. Whenever I used to be upset with the administrative work, I used to go to the nursery's children. I used to conduct experiments. I enjoyed very nice colleagues also, nursery staff, my own department, my own students are my colleagues. They matter whether they like me or not, but I like them. They were very supportive. We did a lot of wonders in cooperation with each other. But here you must understand the defense mechanism. I'll not be talking more. Projection means you are so ready to put your all the grievances on somebody, either boss or HOD or colleague, if you are in the same room, throw that on them. That is a projection technique. Most of the Indians do that because when you improve your conscience, you feel ashamed how many times you have targeted a good person, a good teacher, a good student. Sometimes even the gold medals also are sometimes not given. Many confidential committees I was there in other colleges, in our university. We did justice. The teachers were so bad. They tried to manipulate the marks, answer books. Then the vice chancellor used to call the books. All that in most of the universities it happened. We had to be alert. That is why students' grievances fell in front of every HOD. As a principal, I had one box. Students should not write their name. Like yesterday, somebody said, one should give feedback fearlessly. Fearless feedback is without, they had to just write the complaint, without their signature, without date, they had to put it. And every week I used to open that box and check. And a lot of lovely advices also students used to give. So they never wrote nonsense in that because I had won the student's heart. I used to tell them that one, you be truthful to me. I will do anything for your welfare. So that is very, very, the cordial relationships we had to, that is a big strength for the teachers. Even the whole world is bad, the students are with you. Regressive, don't behave like a child, like, I am junior, for how long you will be junior. The moment promotions, advertisement comes, everybody becomes senior. But when it comes to the workload, everybody becomes a junior. I have not done that work. I always tell them that I also never learned anything. When I joined as assistant professor, there was no teacher for me in the department. In the same room, I became associate professor, ADP, food technology. I never asked my vice chancellor, I'm not a food technologist, how can I deal with them? All men there. But never, you do your best. So regressive, don't act young. Act your age. Always I tell. Nowadays, radio talk also recently I gave. Teaching children also, act your age, not just celebrating the birthdays. You have to tell the child, the 3 years old, if you have child, you say 3 plus you have become. Next day you'll be 4. Now, I used to feed you, now you have to feed yourself. You used to get up late, I had to wake you up, now I'll not wake you up. Now you have become 3 plus. Make them feel proud of their age and they have to become responsible. Not what should I get, what party I have to throw, that is not important. Denial, I'll be giving in my YouTube on birthdays so that everybody will know. That was highly appreciated. It came in Barbary radio station. Denial, we don't accept only if somebody advises you, sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes many people wanted me not to work, to become an underachiever. I never. So you have to check if anybody is giving suggestions, immediately don't talk. Like a hood. Sometimes, some juniors are like this, like cobras. Anybody say why are you doing that? Why you were late to the class? They had good teachers. Always I tell them that one. When you become a teacher, you should remember your best teachers and your bad teachers. You delete those bad things in you because now you have become a teacher. And you see, every generation, you become a refined teacher, very effective teacher. By now in India, we could have had excellent teachers. But why? The moment we become teachers, we forget. Who all were the bad teachers we try to imitate? But we forget that one, these students are going to analyze us. Right now they're young, but lifelong they will remember. All of us remember bad teachers, unbiased teachers, very intelligent teachers. So please, you're also in the list. Which one you want to prefer? That is why I always tell that one. You figure, you imagine, you paint your figure, your picture, make it look more beautiful by your good qualities, not with a digital camera. That is not going to do it. After my retirement, I feel more proud the amount of feedback I get about my personality. It enriches you. I feel, oh, I used to think that one, my goodness, social auditing is very high for doctors and teachers. Social auditing. Thousands of people who are not related to us also will get to know about us. Through students, through the students' parents, through the husbands. Like now, some of my students' husbands tell me, like recently, two are so much in love with me. Every day morning they send me messages. Good morning, Vishala ma'am. They say that we lacked such teachers in our university. So that is very, very important. We do not know. We are literally celebrities. That you want to make your picture or you want to copy a bad person, that you have to decide. Fantasizing. That is nowadays students are. Like first year only they ask in the welcome party, I want to become class 1 officer. Directly class 1 officer. They don't say I want to complete first BSc, then MSc, then afterwards complete your exams. Directly that. Ask them to have short-term goals. I always plan for tomorrow, never for day after tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, if you plan, that is more than enough. Reaction formation, this also students and some of the staff, they say, I love the college. And they are the badmash trying to it. Even the good people also, no? They go and trigger them. See, the person who is not occupied work is more dangerous because they invite and distract others. That is why you have to find out from your department in the university who all are non-performers, who all are chatterboxers, who distract others from the good work. You have to learn to keep them busy. So I used to give them, I used to catch hold of, especially the driver, my driver. Dean's driver was a big distractive because I used to have like, in a day, 1 or 2 meetings for 1 hour. So 8 hours his duty is, he used to go and sit with the clerks, interrupt. Then I started giving him good books. Then I started giving him, थोड़ा watchman का भी duty करो, बाहर करो, बैठो, बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं, whatever you have to do. So the drivers are also big distracting people. Because they'll go, अरे वो मीटिंग में लेके गया मैडम को, उधर इधर चल रहा था, वो लोग वो खाया, ये खाया, वो साहब ने लेट आया, कुलगुरु डाटा. All this gossip comes from the drivers. Drivers or even the peons, you have to keep your peons busy. Like as a principal, no, otherwise the Khan will be here. Which madam came, which student came, then they go and tell our negative people. This happened. So I used to keep them busy, clean this cupboard, clean this toilet, go to down. Keep them busy. Keeping them busy is also leader's duty. My every day I used to keep which department, who is not busy with the constructive work. That was my big agenda. Intellectual insulation. People say always, मुझको पता था promotion नहीं होना है. We don't work for promotions. What we deserve, we get it. Like if I would not have deserved job assistant professor, I didn't know newspaper does not come to me. I was in Andhra Pradesh. God designs. God sees that. Don't worry about your promotions, your death. Always I dare to speak the truth at the risk of my death. Like sometimes people used to tell me that we are going to kill you. I used to tell, it's nice for the students' cause. If you die, soldier dies for the country, teachers have to die for the students' cause. But nobody killed me till now. See, I'm alive in front of you. There were many threats, but I never got disturbed. Once I faced this, I never told at national platform. Once one boy challenged me, I'm going to kill you when you go for shopping. Then, because that boy was investigated from one faculty. So when I was going, he came with a knife with 5, 6 boys. I was on my Luna. I used to have 3 or 4. I was unmarried that time. I used to stay in the quarters. He said, so I'm going to kill you. Then I got down off Luna. I stood in front of him. Okay, kill. But if you realize you are wrong, you just conscience. You go sit in front of your favorite God and tell what you did, why you are investigated, what is your mistake, and what is the mistake I have done. I have not advocated to investigate the mistake committed by you was so gross. Disciplinary committee, their lecturers have taken that. Then, for 3 minutes he was with a knife. I thought I'm going to, like, no, in childhood, few movies only I saw, but revolutionary movies. That is a little bit loose also. Like I'm not scared of death. So he came to me. I thought he is going to kill me. I was near horticulture college in our university. He just hit that one knife on the floor. He didn't hit me. He threw and he said, "Can you become my sister?" I said, "Raise your moral standards, then I'll become your sister." Later, you don't believe that boy became, after investigation, I invited him for my marriage. That increased his self-esteem. It's a serious one. Actually, I want to make a movie on that incident. Then that boy became a deputy collector, did once. Later, then the pride came, where that goes personality base. Then he was involved in some corrupt cases, then became normal later. See, one investigation can make one student to become a deputy collector. So teachers, we should be truthful to ourselves, to our duty. That's what I want to say. So here, intellectual stimulation, rationalization, always finding out justification for our faults. Like, no, always I give that fox and grapes, because the fox is unable to get the grapes are sour. If you don't get an award, then you say, "Oh, if I have applied, I would have done, but I'm not interested. For me, my family is so important." Or for me, like so many reasons, I won't go into that. Displacement, this nowadays people are doing it, even in the institutions. Displacement, you are angry with your husband, that will come on HOD, or on your colleague, or that will come on your students. Like when I was a dean, for one small mistake, the student did not keep the flowers in the fridge. Some teacher asked them for some program. That was the student told, "Quickly, I'll go and get." The flowers costed 50 rupees. The teacher shouted at her for 2 hours and she became sick later. So sometimes, we are so foolishly as a teachers we behave. Identification, that also is dangerous nowadays. You are with a bad person, you never say you are doing bad. This is dangerous to the college. Oh, it is so nice. You sit with that gossip one, we are nice. Everything nice, 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 identifying ourselves. That is also dangerous. Now that is nowadays becoming more. Why should I say bad? That is, let it go. मेरा college, मेरा department थोड़ी खराब होने वाला है. Like that. Recharge your mind. Already I told, you can nowadays now you can lie down and listen to beautiful books. Audiobooks are available. Cell phone has become the best teacher, best friend, best mother. So many things you can do. I will not. You can just read out. Like recently, we friends. This picture was given to our group. We are 15 people. Sweet 60s. Everybody has to make poem or song like that. This was done by me. I'm like just like all the human development only came up with that poem. This is for nursery children. I have started a convocation, designing this. Keep your mind busy. Like no school in this country has such a beautiful garment for VIPs. And this then later, this is my daughter. You can see if whoever wants to see. She's on YouTube also, Kiran Shiradolkar, whoever is interested, because you have to gauge like what we are, our children, our students, what our student, Mahatma Gandhi always told, I believe, teachers, children and teachers, students will tell what their teachers are. Okay, here, this is the one, many times people keep in the chairs, broken chairs, or some stupid kapada for all the great personalities when they honor them on their birthdays, death anniversaries. Immediately as I became the principal, this is a 1500 rupees I designed, went to the carpenter, sat with him, took maximum 3 people's birthdays come. That same time, then I did that. So this is the one I designed for the nursery school album. This logo I designed. These are the boy and a girl, and this is a green, safe environment in the nursery school. These are the 8 components we focus on the total development. This is a wheel. I put yellow so that it stands out. Actually, I wanted orange. It was not standing out. Like a sunlight, it is. The children will become, they go with the light of wisdom when they go out of the school. And it's a wheel. So they keep progressing in that way I designed. So there are so many things. This is for home science. This was taken out after my retirement, the flags. So whoever wants, this is open for anybody. This is my creative work. Home science people. This is a green one is for human development. Red is for nutrition. This is for textiles and clothing. This is a navy blue, and this is extension education. Like sunlight, you have to spread the. Now this whichever departments you have, that many you can have. You can have college flags. Just whenever you go to other countries, they have nice flags in front of them. You can have in the university based on your subjects. This is my principle. Anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually, and spiritually, reject it as a poison. Whoever it is, reject them as a poison. Develop yourself like a tree. The roots are more, the deeper, that's what I said. Have more introspection. The more you understand, the deeper the roots go inside, the tree will have very good balance and will get very good nutrition also. So the roots should be stronger and deeper. Your personality, your inner mind, please every day, it is every day, not once in a month or on birthday, no, every day you have to evaluate yourself and improve the inner mind. Your trunk, the tree trunk is your mental and physical fitness, eat well, stop inviting the garbage. If anybody wants to give somebody's information, just move away. Just say that one, I'm sorry, I have some work, I got class. Just move away. I have some important work, class. Some quota, when you tell lie for good reason, you don't get punishment. Lying for good reason is always good. Contributions of yourself is like a crown. Now I am enjoying. Crown is like branches, leaves, fruits, shade giving, greatest source of oxygen supply. You develop people, then that girl becomes like yesterday. One student sent, she delivered a baby and so well. She said, even in the delivery room, I was remembering your prenatal course. So you feel so happy. So this crown should be, as we are, our experience increases, our crown, your service, your contribution should increase. This is my favorite. I learned it from a wise man, a beggar, literally a beggar in a temple. These are the 8 characteristics. If you focus, most of the philosophy of education has come in this. The first one is learn to accept any kind of challenges. Like a tortoise, when the rabbit tells that have a race with me, tortoise never say no. This is the first time, how can I do that work? No. Like a tortoise, you have to accept, put your optimum capacity till you reach the goal. Not one day working nicely and afterwards, if you're not, till you become successful, like a workshop people. Till it comes completes, they put their energy, then they get the success. So this is very, very important. Here, the students nowadays, they are not consistent in their effort and using their capacities to the optimum. They are becoming underachievers. That is a big danger. Now the students, I find, some of the teachers also pamper them. We have so much sympathy. Arey bichara, let them do. I will give the dictated questions. I will give the expected questions. I will be giving the expected points. Some of the slow learners, it is okay. But if we cannot damage the gifted students, nowadays, the gifted students are not groomed well. They are the nation's assets. They become the great scholars. They become the great scientists. They become the great entrepreneurs. So we should also focus equally on the slow learners and also on the gifted. That much importance. Breathe. Tortoise breathing style is good. That's why it's lived longer. Never be, whenever anybody hurts the tortoise, it gets into the shell. You don't permit, even the husband also. When they use bad things, hurt you, first time only you have to alert them. I got hurt. Don't talk in this way. Same way, students also should tell to the teachers. Getting into the shell, not become the victim, is very, very important. Not crying. Retaliation, no. She did that or he did that, I want to do it. No. We have to become the best version in front of bad people. Try to lead life happily in any situation. Tortoise can live on the earth and water. Same way, like, many people ask, how do you live with the bad people? Treat them as, you have to be nobody in this world. I want to tell here, even your own, sometimes we also become bad. Sometimes I don't like that version of Vishala. When you can't like your own self in some situations, your actions, your behavior, how you expect other person to be perfect as per your expectations? Impossible. So we have to have that. Try to lead life happily in any situation that is over. Do not give too much importance. Like if I don't speak properly, but I have very nice dress, hairstyle, but if I don't deliver my speech well, then nobody will give me appreciation. So we have to give importance to the health, and little bit importance we should be decent enough in dressing up as a teachers, but internal values. That's what I said, inner, that roots, you have to become stronger. We are the best judges, we are the best doctors. Next one is make facial expressions like tortoise. It's very sober, very docile, and very strong messages it gives. Our body language is very, very important as a teachers. Balance between attachment and detachment. Too much attachment with the cell phones, we are getting addicted. Husband does not call up, he does not give the message. Did you forget? Like recently, why I'm using this? Yesterday, my daughter said, "Did you forget, Mama? You have not sent message." I said, "No, I will never send." That's what I don't send every day to her. Whenever she's free, just she calls me up for a minute or 2 minutes. That's all. Because I want to make her emotionally stronger. I'm going to live. I'm not going to live longer. Whenever she has some crisis, does not have, because she's very good problem solver, because that she has a balanced development. I feel so proud of her. Whoever has seen her, interacted her, also talk about that. So they make our children capable of independent. Anytime we may die. I may die tomorrow also, not because of COVID. Any accident can take place. So make your beloved ones independent. That is very important. So have very good attachment, detachment. Nowadays, I see modern parenting, modern teachers, they make students to depend too much on the teachers. Give them, otherwise, detachment. Whole semester, they give only assignments. We have some faculty members. I always feel as a teacher, when are they going to die? I want to see how will they die? So much salaries they get, but all the time they give assignments, assignments, assignments. Such people, because I always feel whoever damages students, they get definitely cancelled. Minimum punishment, because you are ruining the life of somebody. If you don't like the job, give it up. Sometimes you are not busy, you cannot attend, but cope up later. Conduct the special classes is very, very important. Don't do injustice to the own children and to the students. Maintain balance between freedom and control. Not too much bossy, not too much. I always enjoyed whenever I gave freedom to the students. Even my own room also they have renovated. UG students, final year. They said, "Vishal ma'am, this chair is not good." They ordered, with the office money only, they ordered for NAC committee. "Ma'am, you are a professional." They made me, "You have wooden door. Even it is good, please give it to the nursery. Have a glass door. You should be visible. You are a professor, you are a HOD." So beautifully, my room looks so beautiful even today. So give them freedom, sometimes not reorganize, accept the good changes from them. Let them get involved. This is my department. This is my property, university property. Whoever visits my department, they say how it looks like a corporate sector department, even though it is a government sector. Everybody gets shock of their life. Then immediately they say, your walls speak about your commitment to your department. Make it the ambience look friendly, educative. Don't be like this horse. I am there only. Rocking horse is there only tells I went to America. They're not children. They say I went to Bombay, I went to Bhubaneswar. They be a galloping horse. Run in a right direction, not negative. Already I told. If you run in the negative direction, you are a big failure. You are doing injustice to your life.
May I just interrupt once more?
Yes.
May I request you to complete in another 5 minutes, because we are having a long list of questions.
Yeah, finished. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
This is the last one. This is a very important one.
Yeah.
See, education must help the individuals. See, whenever you are looking, as a teachers, whenever we are looking at, we also have to see that on character building, independent thinking, their knowledge and skills only. This is not our business. This also. We had to make them independent individuals, especially at university. Immediately they become officers, immediately they become life partners. They had to have that independent personality and empowered for self-empowerment and economic sufficiency. Nowadays, 3, 4 girls wanted to commit suicide. Last year, they got married to the boys and the boys behaved sex abuse victims. They wanted to commit suicide. Then I told them, see, if that boy is bad, you give divorce. Otherwise, give him time. If realization is not there, give divorce. Why you want to commit suicide? Self-empowerment. You are a graduate, postgraduate, you are a doctorate. Work something. If you don't get a job, at least people are dying. Educated parents want some good coaches for their children. You go to the colonies, find out the needs, have a run in anybody's house. Parents will be happy to give you space to conduct coaching classes, but don't die. That is important one. Make good efforts to take care of it. Value, already I spoke about that. Quickly, I'm just, if any, yeah, this is a physical fitness. When you go for shopping, you don't take this bag. If you have to take, you take a best bag. Then what about your health? Our life has so many responsibilities. Can you not make your body strong enough to cope up with the responsibilities? For every responsibility, you need energy. Don't be like, if don't look around, you light yourself. Have a desire to develop yourself from inner, like roots. These are the communication skills. Just to, no, 1 minute. Okay. Teachers cannot be ordinary person. We had to stand out in society for our personality. Love your job. When you love your job, like if Gautam Buddha says, when you love a flower, you pluck it. When you love the flower, you water the plant. So love the institution, take care of it. Like this is the one I request everyone in the departments to keep. This is you can ask that, you can get the map, also India map, and stick one mirror in that and put at students level. This is the other one is in my kitchen. I have every day before I drink, when I look into the mirror, I look at that picture of India. If I improve, my country improves. That is a little patriotic feeling you can have. If you improve only, you can help others. See, me, the shadow of me comes we. We means others. If you can't stand yourself, then you can't help others. Be responsible for failures that I already told. This is the last one. See, just imagine that is your university. Vice Chancellor says that somebody died who is your enemy. Everybody is happy. Who is that enemy? Died. They go, they go to that one. The Vice Chancellor says that each person go and open that. And the dead person is there, he is your enemy. So everybody thinks, who is that? Then they check their enemies in the university. This fellow is same, this lady is same, who has died? Then each one goes and sees their reflection. Inside, there is no dead body, mirror is there. They see themselves. That's what I said. You are the only one can spoil yourself. So this is my favorite. This is in my neighborhood. Every day this bird also comes to my house. True success depends on utilizing your strengths. When the bird builds the nest, it focuses on its work than not on others. Like somebody asked me in the last workshop, what did you do to motivate people? This is the 3D. Even for students, for the departmental level, you can keep. Even assistant professor also, you need not be a great, a big chair, you need not be. Just give. See that one. Discipline is there. Discipline is not keeping mom doing their work, coming on time, in time, on time, whatever it is. Development is progressive series of changes. Devotion. Whenever there is a work, they should stay back, not with negative mind, positive mind, do that work nicely and go, not spoiling that work. So these are my laborers. For laborers, I used to give on May 1st, for the teachers on August and January 26th. You can give. This, only this is a motivating one. I got an award, Abdul Kalamji, because everybody's favorite is our 11th president, Abdul Kalamji. When he was a president, he wanted rural development project. He asked our vice chancellor asked the dean. That time I was only HOD. She asked many people, everybody said, no, 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 today is Sunday. How can we make, how so fast we have to make? I made she asked me, asked us, just give your ideas. I submitted this project and I got 1 crore. I spent only 1 hour. Sent her, then the collector called me. That is not in my district, in another district. Then I incorporated 2 colleagues. One was so reluctant. Then I compelled her. When she got best, this look at the beneficiaries. I don't think so any home scientist has reached out to this many villages, 600, and doing our duty all, not neglecting our duty. 31 on paper it is, but more than that, now those are all in medical colleges, engineering. One student is doing doctorate, I didn't know that. 2 days back she said, Vishal ma'am, I'm here doing. Another girl is preparing for IAS exams. These are rural girls of Hingoli. Now they all have become graduates and postgraduates. So please sometimes utilize the opportunities. Don't say like, no, you have to become an extraordinary person. I developed a GQ formula. Once last year I told collector, he had invited all the scientists of the university. Nobody launched their program. Everybody said, who will go? I used to go whole, every taluka. They called all the ICDS people. Thousands of people I reached directly. Same lecture in every taluka of the whole district. So the IAS officers also used to sit and they deliver the same information to their other villages. That's all. Thank you. Okay, last. Be responsible, be realistic, relevant, resourceful, resilient. Resilient is becoming, even in a bad situation, you have to become powerful. Nobody made me powerful. I'm a new person to this place. I developed my roots, I developed my trunk, developed the crown. Reciprocate care. If anybody helps you, be gratitude. That is only. Reciprocation is nothing but gratitude. Recharge yourself, remissive, learn to forget things. 90% of your stress gets reduced. I'm telling you, money questions people, learn to forgive, forget. Don't stick on to those people. Unnecessarily don't lose your time. Your body, your time is precious. Be reliable, don't change. Don't keep on changing your colors. If you don't like that person, just be away from them. Don't ditch them. That is very important. Be rational, respect your institution, your staff and students. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
May I now request Navneet madam start the question answer
Okay.
session?
Okay.
Once,
Madam, we've had several questions.
yeah. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay,
Please start.
Madam, we've had several outstanding questions from the previous session also. As I said, there are some common themes. So many, I'm just summarizing a question from 2-3 different people. It has to do with the idea that, how do you cope when your capacity to counter your stress is exceeded? Okay, that is what people are asking. They're like, when your stress level exceed your ability to cope with it, how in that situation, how can balance be maintained? So that is a question that 2-3 different participants have asked.
Okay, it's a very valid question. One is like, I'll just give my live example. When I came to Parbali, I didn't know Hindi to speak. I never watched Hindi films. Our generation never had TV. When we were in final MSc, TV came to the hostel. But we were studious students. We never went to see TV programs. I didn't know Marathi. I didn't know English also because I studied till BSc in Telugu medium, 2 years in MSc. But I was very good in my subject. Every day I bought, as I came to Parbali, I bought an Oxford dictionary. Even today it is there in my next to me. Oxford dictionary. Every day I used to underline the words, what subject I used to teach. I used to learn for each word other 2 substitutions. So that if the student does not understand this sentence of mine, they should have option. That is why most of my students, they say, we learned human development as well as communication in English. All my students speak better English than other college students. See, one is a teacher's challenge is multiple. You are improving your communication and also you are empowering your students. Then as I came within 3 months, I was given assistant professor's order by the principal. She felt I'm energetic and I was very beautiful also. So students, there was a message to the principal that they're fond of, like, they used to stand in front of the girls' hostel to look at me, 100 students from different faculties. So from the watchman she got to know just little. Without asking me, she gave me the order. And the students were 1 or 2 years older to me in the hostel. I was 23 and a half years old unofficially because I was fond of education. My mommy pushed me into the elementary school. That time nobody used to see date of birth. Whatever they wanted, parents wanted, they put the date of birth. Okay. Then my mother was very upset. Immediately those days, morning you telephone, afternoon trunk calls. Then my mother told, I want to talk to your principal. Tell her, how can you deal with 100 students? They are older to you or younger to you. You are youngest. I'm youngest in the family. My mother was looking at me as the youngest child in the family. Then I went to the principal a little bit. I was not very fluent in English, common. Technically I was very sound. I told my mother says that don't give me warden's post. Then she said, I trust you. You are a human development person. You experiment with the teenage girls. They are youth. You can understand their needs than older staff because you understand their emotions, their needs. So I started working. You don't believe 90% of them are on Facebook today, class 1 officers. So whenever I used to deal with them, I never said you are a veterinary student, you are agriculture, you are food technology, like that. First, I concentrated on the food because when they are away from home, they need food. Second is recreation. There was a place I was very good at volleyball and throw ball. I used to go to play with them because madam has come. It was, those days, a lot of respect for teachers. Warden ke saath khelna. There was no cameras, but they used to spend. They developed interest. Then I bought carom board, I bought chess, Scrabble games, all that. Slowly, I became a home. I started creating home for them. Then there were some objections from political people. I told those 2 men, they touched me. We were always targeting you for negative. So they said, why a Maharashtrian? So many Maharashtrian staff are there in the university. Why a South Indian is given? So principal said, then you take the hostel responsibility. You keep anybody. If I want, because it is in my campus, I have trust in her. I did that, but she never told me because I'll get disturbed. But she left me to do my work. I want to make really a nice movie as a warden. I thought of that one also, warden. Warden movie. If it comes like 3 Idiots, it will become very popular. So what I want to tell you is sometimes don't limit yourself. Our mental capacity, yesterday's speakers also said, we have plasticity. You can accommodate any number. Like YouTube, I didn't know this much also, how to make a film. Today, my friends are so jealous of me. How did you learn? Nobody, no teacher, just sit and do. One friend told, just see one video. I said, I'm very poor. Video lessons also I can't do. But I became successful, trial and error. Became successful. Collector of Parbani telephoned me. Excellent. Within 12, first, you see in the YouTube channel, second one is requested by collector for the rural people with a very bad Marathi. But message went, you see, one thing has a lack. Many people have downloaded, all do not have smartphones. They show in the telephone. My views are not, many videos are downloaded and for the families they show. You get a pleasure. So if I would have said, no, I never did, how do selfie mode mein lagana? I used to put on my table and did. Please stretch. Please stretch. Please stretch. Compared to our generation, your generation has a lot of technology. Please. I don't know your generation, young people, now whoever is in the duty should say that it is beyond their capacities. Then they have to interview like us. We had only one typist in the whole college. Tomorrow exam means we have to sit with the typist hours because he has to print the then photocopy karo, no computers. Please look at the adversities of your own seniors in your own department. Go to them, some may be alive. Go to them, how did they cope up? What did they do? Then compare your working environment. And negative people, I told, don't touch them. They should be like a cancer or COVID patient. Tell them COVID. Like CP lagado, negative person go. COVID patient is now cancer people can come, we can go and sit with them. COVID patient gets so scared, contagious. So negative people say CP and forget about it. I don't think so. I don't agree because I came from a village background, from a different medium of instruction, alone. My mother came after 3 years for a few days. But we developed a network of colleagues. Like your principals, your Honorable Vice Chancellor's friend was my quartermate. That's why I know her a little bit. Before later I met her in Baroda conference. Officially I met her later. But I used to hear now and then. But she also, you ask her own Vice Chancellor, how she was, what type of facilities she had, how did she become an international scientist? Look at the book she has written. She herself is a big role model for everyone. I do not know. You should have had her take directly questions. I think you please take her interview. How did she develop herself to that level? She has done great wonders. She's not an ordinary human being. I'm telling. She's not from my state. She's not my friend. Actually, I should be very envious about her. She's from my discipline. But still, I'm telling on this platform, she's not a simple person. Now,
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, please ask.
Actually, people have so many questions, so I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No.
So, madam, one of the other things is okay. One of the questions is there is a comment that is it not true that we are degrading our value and moral culture in each generation? So the question, the participant wishes to know what are the causes of this degradation and what interventions could be made to reshape this degradation and this deterioration in values and moral.
Good. That's a valid question. Even everybody, every authority, every HOD, every parent also is worried. First one, please, whoever has asked me questions, take to the point. One is have self-introspection. And look at the best teacher of your generation. Look at the best parents of those, like your generation and before that. What are the changes? Values have changed because we have become more protective. We have become more permissive. Jana dona. I'll just give an example. I'm not, see, when I'm telling the examples, it looks I'm flattering myself. Whenever I go to the market, I have to go to a very popular college. It's called Shivaji College. Okay. Most of the goons are on the road. That's it. Any beautiful girl goes on scooter, walking, they comment. The moment they see me, I don't wear mask. Only for COVID, I wear, but as I go to the shop, I go, like, while talking, I remove. My daughter has always objection. Otherwise, I never wear mask. The moment they see me, immediately they say, Vishala Madam, they're not from a university. That girl is not from a university. You have to consistently, you have to develop an image in front of Vishala Madam. Any boy troubles a girl, he will not be spared. I don't have an agenda of whether that student is known to me, not known to me. Is it? Second one is, slowly you improve. That's what I said. 40 years of hard work, 40 years of maintaining a standard personality will fetch you later. Is it not? Are you getting my point is? Am I audible? Values cannot be taught. They have to be experienced. So each one of us stick on to timings, quality of education, being transparent. Every semester end, if you have semester system, ask the student on white paper. What I do, I write my teachers' names as a HOD used to do. For me, I write, like suppose as a teacher, if I want to take the feedback, what I do, my name, the course title, okay? If I teach 2 courses for the same batch, I put 2 columns for course number. We have course number, course number, course number. Then here I put the about me. Like what about my discipline, about timing, what they feel. I give them 10-point scale or 5-point scale depending on the batch interest. If they write, because I should not know the handwriting of the student, otherwise I may take them into the task. So they write 5 like that. Then subject content. Before the exams, whether the 100% syllabus is completed or not. They don't sign the sheet. Then in front of them only I keep one envelope. Everybody comes. That envelope is, sometimes they come in front of one student and put it. Otherwise, the envelope goes. Please listen to this. How we can increase the value. Then it goes. Then seal it. Then I told the student, you only go and keep it in my room. After I have my lunch, I sit and open that. No signature of the student is there. I think God is in front of me, whomever you believe in, then open the sheets where I want to improve. Totally tough, where you are lacking. Like always, there was a suggestion from them. We want you to see in sari. There was a suggestion. Like, any changes you want in me is sari. I said, I'm so bloated, I can't wear sari now. It's just to camouflage my flesh here and there. I wear dresses and those. For that is, second is for community education. It is convenient. But I did only once. After 10 years, only once I did. So they were happy. But then I told them, whether I wear sari or dress does not matter. But what matters is what you learn. Please stretch your thing and values you improve. You find out where the value is bad. Like hostels were not valued much. People feel below dignity to become a warden. I never said no. But afterwards, I was fed up. After 20 years, I was fed up because there were many talented people. So the agriculture dean came, told, you only have to take it. I told that why, because I had a mega project also. Then she said, okay, I'll put the lottery. God made me only again lottery. In the lottery system, my name only came. So that agriculture dean was happy, but I was unhappy. So then I said, God decided lottery. Nobody picked up. Okay, so it is destiny. But enjoyed, learned. I never went as a typical warder. I went always as a scientist to them, solve their problem. In that process, I learned. So that I could speak today with a daringness. This won't come by referring books. You have to learn from your life lessons. You have to identify in each institution there are different low values. Now the present low value in any university is staff coming late, students coming late to the class. Second one is very smartly avoiding the work, not feeling bad. And third one is don't nod your head, tender sometimes your resignation. Then they know the seriousness of it. It is not to boast, but prepared for that also. Like one clerk was telling, Vishala madam, for your third resignation, but no other vice chancellor knew that. I knew that. Nobody knew. Even in my department, nobody knows how many times I resigned. I never told him publicly, confidentially, that and that. Okay, so it is very, very important when you are in a system. Otherwise, best for the university teachers is go to the schools. Otherwise, that is very motivating, I look at the elementary school teachers whenever I go as a chief guest to the schools. Every day they have to edit the children's notebooks. At the university, we don't edit the notebooks, then we'll really go mad. What they take down in the notes, what they write, we don't. Even practical records also we don't edit. Everything is printed. They have to fill it up only. Is it not? Please, whenever we get upset, look at the people. Look at the farmer. Look at the farmer, how much he earns. He walks in the sun. He walks in rain. Does he cry? Sometimes, not to reduce our stress, you have to look at the people who are not fortunate enough like us in a good position, in AC room, in shelter, under the trees, in the rooms we are working. Because I'm from Agriculture University, whenever I look at the farmers, I really ask myself, do I really deserve this much salary? Am I really doing? Whenever I compare with the farmer, I really feel my heart says, you don't deserve this much salary also. So you must have introspection. Then
Thank you.
That improves your values. See, personal values are very important to pour out. Values are just like water in the bottle. First you fill up your water, then you can give. Next question.
Thank you, madam. I think we can actually answers all the questions. You've covered all the various aspects. On this note, on a formal note, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude on behalf of our organizing team and our university, Rama Devi Women's University, for your participation, for your lovely and inspirational talk on this topic of stress management, self-development, personality development. Madam, you've given us all the clues, and more than anything, I think the appreciation can be seen from the comments that participants are leaving.
Learn from
they have related. You have made
learn from older seniors.
The learning.
Yeah, then you know you feel you are a better placed. See, always I told you know when
yes, madam. The learnings they are taking away from your session today. You have given this ABCD of coping with stress, the 8 C's, the 12 R's. I think all of that is resonating with people so much. And anecdotes that you have related, and as to how in your personal capacity, in your life, you have dealt with various situations. I think they are truly a way forward, a solution for many of us who don't always think and realize that we have all these other options. And it truly is a testimony to your discipline, your devotion, your dedication. And most of all, I think it is you yourself as an ideal example of self-development that you preach. So as people say, we should give without forgetting, without remembering, and receive without forgetting. And it is in giving that you truly do the most receiving. And that is the key to a fulfilling and happy life. Thank you, madam. And I think I'll pass the baton to Dr. Debawala for further proceeding.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Would you like to give a formal thanks to madam? Ajanta, madam?
Initially, I gave.
Yeah.
No, madam, she was actually very enthusiastic after listening your talk.
Yes,
and you can
ma'am.
also see the appreciations, the feedbacks, the write-ups of all our participants. That we have sorted few of them and we have presented in the slide. I think if we'll collect everything, I think we need at least 100 slides.
No.
Okay, we'll send you your feedbacks also.
I have
Even
already
many
sent you,
people
ma'am.
want to connect with you also personally. They want to get some knowledge, some experience from you. You told one line, knowledge from elders. I will not tell old people. I'll tell experienced people is more important. Whether maybe old or young, that doesn't matter. And you are having such a huge experience from your life, from your career, that will enrich us. Every participant will get so much of things from you. And Madam Ajanta, would you like to propose anything?
Yes, ma'am. I must say that only one sentence I can say for you. You are a power pack of positivity. That's what. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. And in your first session, I couldn't keep myself, keep quiet. So that's what I told you, that this is completely outstanding session that we have got. And already you have seen the participants, that what they have written. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for everything. And we look forward to have your participation in our further events. Thank you so much, ma'am.
At the end of second day, I just have two formal announcements for the participants. Tomorrow we'll open the session at 9:30. Our session will start at 10, but we'll start the session at 9:30 because many people are facing the admitting problem. So we'll start at 9:30. You can just log in and stay inside. And again, one more time reminder for the feedback of Professor David Castle. It is already there. You can fill it up to 2 o'clock today, and we'll just make a statistics of it and we'll send it. And on 12th, he will directly interact with you people who have given the feedback. He'll ask you a few questions. That will be more live session. So those who have not yet filled up the feedback, kindly do it by 2 o'clock today. I think this is the end of today's session.
Thank you all. Thank you all the participants.
Happy learning.
And see you tomorrow.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay.